All right, stream is up.
Dessert for dinner.
Starting the stream, make sure everything
Treatful.
syncs up and goes.
Such a useful word.
Yeah, it's very desserterific.
Melt. I like Melt.
Okay, what's Melt? Is that a thing?
It's an ice cream spot down on
Magnolia.
Yeah, you can usually see a line out the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
all
good
the time.
stuff. Good stuff.
I
What
see
do they-
that. I'm just like,
Melt.
I'm not a line guy.
Do they
just-
put-
I'm not that
Do they put
into ice
whiskey
cream
in their chocolate
that I
or
gotta
what?
sit in line for the
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
ice cream.
no.
Is it just ice cream?
Get the fuck
Just
out
an
of
ice
here.
cream
I'm
place.
pretty sure it's just ice cream. Yeah.
No,
So
it's
it's
just
like
ice cream. It's good though, but it's just like a cold sugar.
No.
It's
Yep.
cold sugar. That's what it is.
Cold milk and
Speaking
sugar.
of Magnolia, I have not been going to Magnolia recently.
You know where you need to go.
Anywhere that's not Magnolia?
Oh shit! You're going out of town all weekend, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna be gone for a month.
You're going to
I'm gonna be gone for
LA
a month.
for a month.
And you
All right,
decided
we'll
to
get
stop
into
here
that.
and here
We'll get
with
into
us
that.
before
Yeah.
you bail for a month. You are.
I'm not-
you are.
I'm
Oh,
not-
we're going to talk about this then.
We're not, cause you can ask, but you're not gonna get any information.
Oh,
I can't tell you
it's
about
under
this stuff.
wraps.
Well, you don't have to tell me.
I don't rap. I'm just a random guy.
No, it's under wraps. Just quiet.
Jeez.
You don't
Never
rap
Who doesn't rap?
ever.
Sounds like a horrible occupation. I'll tell you that.
Sounds like it doesn't pay much.
like every other genre. The only people who get paid less than us, or other than rappers, are like comedians. That's it. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I
Wait,
think
what?
comedians make more money than musicians.
Well, no, there's
depends
a
on
comedian
where-
circuit.
If you get steady club work,
Yes.
that can pay.
yeah,
Mhm.
if you can hold a crowd,
But
you've
just
got a job.
depends.
Right.
No. If you're headlining clubs, that can pay.
Oh
If
yeah,
you're
you're
featuring,
banking.
You're lucky to make 300 in a weekend.
Yeah.
That's more than a show. Plus, you don't have to divide it up with anybody.
Yeah.
You keep it all for
Oh, yeah.
yourself.
And then you can sell merch afterwards.
Because I think you being a band, you could probably get 300 a show, but you got to divide it up between 4 or 5 people. And that's door. That's not.
Yeah.
Merchandise.
Especially if you're not
Merchandise
in
different.
If you're not in guarantee
good?
area.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wrong pipe. Well,
What do you think of that? It's good, huh?
yeah, I've had that before. It's good stuff. Speaking of that, well, the likely candidates were on tour. I think they just got done. They wrapped up. And Brenton Carney was telling me that
Well, yeah, Bonnaroo got canceled,
they each-
so their Sunday slot is done.
each band member gets $200 a show, so they're getting paid pretty.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, that's pretty good.
And then they're selling merch too on top of that. But unfortunately, because they're signed, I'm sure the label's taking the lion's share of that.
Of the merch?
Not the merch,
Oh.
but just I'm sure
Oh,
because the touring fees, all that.
Do you know if they get? Is it a flat rate? They're
I don't
getting
know
200
all
a piece
that.
per show, and then whatever's left is label.
Probably. I mean, because I know the management contract. I do know that. I won't get. We're not recording, are we?
No, we're streaming.
That's fine.
We're
That's
streaming.
But I don't know their business anyway like that. But I just like, I know it's it's label. I've been signed to labels, so I already know how it works. It sucks. They take a lot of stuff, and they don't do much anymore. That's just they just don't do much.
Well, that's a racket.
You want to sign to my label?
No, sir. I haven't done anything in years at this point in this country.
Well, y'all want to fire this up?
Fire.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
No pee-pee breaks, no.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
go pee.
How many people listen to this
Nah.
stream right now?
What
Come
are
on.
they gonna do? Get mad? Did I get up and go pee outside?
How many people
No,
on the
if you gotta
stream?
get up.
Hello, people on the stream.
Right now,
Streamers.
we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 in here? 5?
All right, cool.
Right
5
now.
people.
It just started. Just started getting going.
Maybe I should
Be about
text Laura and have her
treaty.
pop in. She's probably got the kids to bed by now.
She can. The school board got trolled
Again.
by Bart Simpson.
Sir?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I saw that.
Which school board?
I didn't read it. I saw
Oh,
the title
that was-
in the news feed. I
Let's
saw
see
that.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look while we're waiting on Brian to come
Yeah, I
back.
saw that.
Virginia School Board. That's awesome.
Oh my god. Okay, I was gonna say that door cracked open.
So they used all the fake names that Bart uses
Oh, it's just
when he calls
Calls a
Moe's
roll.
Tavern. Yeah.
Wait, did they use all those, or did they? I think they made up some, or had some that I haven't really heard.
They sent their school board a list of would-be public commenters with fake names that, when said out loud, sounded pretty dirty, like Phil McCracken.
Yeah.
When I heard Phil McCracken, I was just like, for a second, I thought about Kingpin. I just thought they were just doing like famous movie characters. But I was like, oh wait, no, Phil McCracken. Then,
Phil
then
McCracken
then it
or-
clicked, and then all the rest started to click, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Soup, my dick.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Amanda Hug and Kiss, yeah.
So I think they did like
Ophelia
a newer
McCock.
generation.
Ophelia McCock. Eileen Dover.
Yeah, that one.
Donkey Dick.
Okay.
Don Keddick.
Don Keddick, yeah. That's like a new
Wayne
Yeah,
Core.
you gotta think a little bit
Wayne
harder
Core.
for some of these.
Wayne and then Core. K-O-H-R. Or K-U-H-R. Wayne Core. Which I think that's one of the things the Brits have that I wish we had. Wanker is pretty damn funny. Calling people a wanker.
Bloody
For a second, I
A
thought
twat and a
I thought
wanker are great.
Rancor from Star Wars.
Look, man. You know
There you go.
my favorite curse word though, because it's still the only curse word in America that's super offensive for everyone is cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that word. That
bloody
word
cunts.
is great.
I
Yeah.
love it because over there they just say it like I'm having a cunty day. Like it means nothing. But
It
here,
means nothing.
if you say cunt, everybody
It
goes,
freaks out.
"Whoa!" I'm just like, that's the only word that still has power.
But you know how you shut down
Yeah.
TV stations over there? Say
What?
bloody.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Really?
Yeah, just yeah.
Bloody hell or
Yeah, it just basically is
fucking
like a,
bloody hell.
I knew what
Hot
it meant.
damn.
I didn't know it wielded that power. though.
It has the power to make them
Wow.
go, oh shit, we didn't
Yeah,
mean
that's
for that to be
serious.
heard.
bloody bastard.
Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah.
That's such a weird. That's that.
Bloody's the hard
I don't
one.
get
It's
it.
so close to blood, and he's bloody. Like,
Yeah.
how is
This blood-soaked man.
if you fucking combine that with hell, you're off the air.
All right, let's fire this up.
All right,
Here we go.
Bloody hell.
Exactly.
Maybe everything just stopped.
You can do it.
I want to watch you blow your load later. Shot in the face. Shoot me in the fucking face.
This episode of the is brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the Temple of High, it's the Gary Johnstown Classic Hall!
Show number 436.
6.
It is Tuesday, August 31st, 2021.
That's a big number.
Rest in peace, August.
Indeedly. Ciao, August.
436 of these damn things.
Auguste. Pierre Auguste.
Did you know that today is now a brand new national holiday? Not for us, but a brand new holiday in this world.
Really?
Did you know that?
I love brand new.
No.
Okay, who gets the honor?
It's Afghan Independence Day.
Is that a joke?
No, that's what they labeled it. I was actually shocked. I was watching
For
the news
Americans or for Afghan?
No,
No,
for the
for-
for the
For the regime that just stepped in.
yeah.
Oh, let me
For
tell you.
Afghanistan.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. That's horrible.
The last American troop stepped on a C-17,
Okay.
and there's pictures of him out there in night vision,
Yeah.
as he was the last American troop to leave Afghanistan. Now there's still Americans over there. There's like 200 Americans and thousands of Afghans that helped the U.S. government out while we were there.
I mean, traitors to their own
Oh god. Oh fuck. Man.
But yeah, I was like, I didn't think about it that way. But they were, I guess, the Taliban and the Taliban supporters, the people that stayed there, you know, the Afghans that stayed there, were celebrating their independence by firing guns and shooting off fireworks and stuff.
I mean, firing our guns.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Tracer rounds into the air. Where'd you get all those tracers? But yes, it is. We can now forever be 8/31/21 is Afghan Independence Day.
I will snuggle up underneath an Afghan tonight.
Yes, I was going to say Afghan.
Thank you
the
for your
cloth would be
thank you for your
thankful.
very holy blankets.
You got
And not in a
you
religious
got an Afghan girlfriend or something?
No,
The blanket.
The
It's
blanket.
a blanket. It's a
Oh
cloth.
shit! I didn't even see that through.
Is that where
I've had
they
it-
come from?
really?
I assume
Where does an
maybe.
Afghan
Eh?
blanket come from?
Eh?
I had one.
Eh?
My parents, they give me the Afghan. That was what they called it, and it was like a blanket that if you needed mild protection from the cold, because it was full of holes. It literally was just like a bunch of yarn
Yeah.
loosely sewn
Yeah.
together.
You could finger weave the thing.
Whoa,
Yeah.
sir.
And it just
Finger
didn't.
weaving?
It is.
Yep.
It's from the eastern and southern Afghanistan.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Pashtuns.
So it's just
Uh,
a primitive blanket.
From the
From
1700s
a
is when they
primitive
first started
country.
making them. But like I've got one that my grandmother made me when I was like 8
Mm.
in the house. I still use. I used to call it the warmest blanket in the house, even though it had holes all in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you take a sheet, you throw that on top of it,
Oh.
it weights the sheet down,
Bam.
and bam, you're perfect.
You're insulated.
I loved them. Yeah.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, if you had a sheet, you're golden. But just by itself, you're kind of like, this isn't doing shit.
No,
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't.
basically a couch
And
decoration.
if it's itchy, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's like this has holes in it. The
It's like
cold's
a-
still getting in, and I'm itchy.
It's like a holy sweater.
And no one's washed it
Yeah.
in 20 years.
It's a blanket. You have to take an antihistamine before you.
Now, have you
put it
seen
on.
the weird trend? Was it last year? Maybe it's this year, this summer, last summer? The Afghan bikinis?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
The-
Never saw that one.
The second time I went to Hawaii, there was a couple. It was a guy and a girl walking just down the road from this beach that we just pulled up in.
Mm.
They were both wearing them. He had shorts.
He had
Afghan
shorts?
yep,
Afghan shorts?
and you could see he had a spandex something or other going on underneath. But the two-piece stringed Afghan
And just like
suit.
nipples poking through the hole.
I
or
didn't see the
something?
front. They were walking away
Oh.
from us. But yeah, I was like, what
That's
the
the best part.
How,
of the
I mean,
Afghan
how does it
bikini.
get
can't
wet and
swim
stay
with
up?
it,
Yes.
right?
How does it get wet and stay up?
It gets really heavy.
Yeah,
Unless they weren't
eventually, if you're
swimming,
swimming
but-
in it, it's probably just bunches into a whole thing. You just got your titties
But
out.
dude, I was like, that's not
Same thing.
normal.
It bunches into a thing. You got your D.
And then
you got
how-
your dick and balls.
It's a strange thing.
And it wasn't
An
G-string.
Afghan.
It was butt covering, like it was a full knitted
Okay.
thing. But man,
Like Alyssa Milano's face mask. That was just like a knitted Afghan face mask.
everybody's got to have a hobby.
Those
Kind
are-
of like, Jesus, lady, how cold are your lips? Like, that seemed like a hot
Well,
mask.
she could stick a straw through there and still enjoy her.
You can still drink.
The virus is the size of
It-
tennis balls.
It's
This
super
will protect
protected.
me.
Yes.
Well, I can't. Oh, here's one. I was trying to find one. I think this is one. Let's see. To show you guys. Yeah, here we go. No, it's not.
No.
Never
You
mind.
know, it's not that bad.
All the Afghan bikinis I find are from the. I guess they have a.
From the '60s movement.
They're not
No,
that
they
bad.
have a Miss Universe, or they do send someone to Miss Universe, and she always wears a bikini, and that's what I keep finding. I can't find one that's a knitted
Miss
bikini, but
Universe.
they're
That's
silly.
such a weird count. The Miss Universe, the hottest chick in the planet, but I guess also the universe.
Yeah.
somehow.
See, that's also
It's
like.
very grandiose.
How do
we know?
We
Huh?
need a
Like,
moon.
how do we know?
Like we don't know.
Yes.
There's probably some hot
Thank you.
humanoid.
We need
like
at
chick
least
somewhere
a
else.
moon
Yeah.
base before we can start throwing out universe. And
Yeah.
even that
Yeah.
is even. I'll even take issue when we have a moon base because it's just like we're not even on another fucking planet.
No, and how many
Yeah.
people in the world think that the term World Series is just bogus from the start?
Well, no. I like that because MLB brings in players from all over the world. We
but
just
not the world doesn't get to
MLB.
compete.
How do we know there's not other baseball players?
But from
no
Our
because the
baseball teams
MLB
in the
will
world.
find them when people leave Cuba.
that's what I'm about to say.
With
They're
life or
bringing
death
Cubans
to
and
come
Puerto
play in the
Ricans.
MLB.
Yeah,
Stop
Cuba
it.
and
They'll find them
Argentina
no matter what.
doesn't
It's a
exist
World
in
Cubans
Series.
and Puerto Ricans.
But-
Yeah,
Someone, Japan, Korea, we'll find them. We have scouts
they're a
over
super
there.
minority though.
If,
all the Asian
if
people
there's
in there.
fucking baseball phenoms in Yemen, MLB will send them to scouts. But they just don't have, they don't
But-
have
Right.
the they
But
don't have the
one day-
chutzpah of Venezuela where those fuckers play with rocks and sticks.
Yes, and
and
bags on
get
their
out
hands.
some of the best
Yes.
fucking players.
And the Mavericks did have
We will
the
find
Nelsons
them.
forever, and they could find all sorts of players in
Yeah.
weird
no, I'm
villages.
I'm always pro
all over the
World
world.
Series because we will find those baseball
but
players.
one day when we
if
have
they come
like
out of Cuba and Venezuela,
We'll
you
find
know, the London Bloody Hellers or the Russian
know.
That's
Reds.
yes.
You know, that would be like World
Oh.
Series when it's our
Well, yeah,
country's
but
best
they-
versus you know that continent's best versus this continent's best. That's World Series.
But you know what
But
else is
I
pretty
don't like that because I like that because when you have like team like even like in England, it's like the World Cup, which like that's the best from
that's
there.
but they play that all over the world.
But I like the best.
They move it around.
yeah, and it's
I
World
like
not
team.
just
I like
in
the
England.
capitalist team of like we're the best players that we can convince with money or talent to come over here. That's I think a true meritocracy. When you
That's America's way.
when you have it with borders,
Like what Manchester United
and-
did this
and
last year.
nobody's in charge of where they're born.
we got mad break.
Then I think you're
brought
doing a
Ronaldo
disservice
back.
to team
we
sports.
brought Ronaldo back. We brought Ronaldo back. We brought Ronaldo back.
I need more history of that. I always need soccer history.
We'll have to sit down and
How
I have
old
to
is
draw
Ronaldo?
pictures for you.
give
Ronaldo's
me just a quick
Mid
sentence.
30s?
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like the twilight of a.
Yeah, I mean he's
no,
coming down.
Yeah,
he's coming down.
Not in his prime.
But he's also played a position where he hadn't had to do much work his entire career. So
Goddamn, talking shit
Okay.
right now.
yeah, we're doing a show.
Even I'm not that bad today.
You know what is pretty ballsy though?
Of what?
Mr. Olympian or Mr. Olympus, the old weightlifting guy. You know
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing that like
Extra jack.
Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do and stuff.
Mr.
You know?
Weeder is his name. That
but
guy on the statue.
But the statue they had and the title they got, that's kind of ballsy. Like you're gonna just go kill a bunch of Greek gods now just because you look like you do?
Get the fuck
I mean, come on.
Let's conjure up a Greek god and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be
out of
good.
here. I thought
good
he actually
pay-per-view.
did something. I didn't know this was a dumb joke. All right, I'll
It's
take
not
it.
a joke, but I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't know who picks the names for any of this type of stuff though.
I don't know.
Like all these names are from all these
Marketing
competitions.
consultants.
Just like, all right, I guess we're just gonna call it whatever we want to call it. You know.
Mr. Multiverse.
There
That's
you go.
that's as
That's the
far
new
as you can
thing.
go. That's as far as you
go.
can fucking go.
You can fight everything in the multiverse. So, yeah,
Mr. What?
that's what you should be playing
10th
for.
dimension, 11th dimension. I think we're at 11 theoretically. That
Considering
someone-
there's infinite,
that someone
they're
can.
gonna start
What's
fucking
Joe
working.
Rogan's workout place?
I don't know.
Probably at his facility. Well, he
No,
lives
he's
in
got.
Austin. Now,
There's a
right?
place in Austin they go to and they work out, and it's got a weird
has
name
a
like that.
No.
Oh,
I was like, that's
11th
kinda
dimension
cocky. Yeah,
fitness or
something
some
like
shit.
Do you
like
fuck
that.
with Joe Rogan? Do you
Right.
like some like?
Do I fuck
Do
with
you
him?
hang with?
Do you
hang
like
out with-
some of his shit?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy his stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. That's what do you fuck with him? That's
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
so,
Yeah, I
okay.
like with him.
Yeah, I like.
Have
it.
you ever?
We're
heard-
not in podcast beef or anything.
Yeah.
We're not fighting.
Unlike
No
pushing
offense, but we
territories.
lose.
unlike too many comedians, I'm not bothered by his existence
Right.
because I can listen to him or not as my choosing. I can look through the guest list and be like, I don't know, no, okay, I'll listen to that. And I don't. I'm like we know Joe's track record. It's not like he's. I respect his work ethic, and I think a lot of people that are like Joe has. They talk about like the very first world problems they have with Joe Rogan, but I'm just kind of like, can you work like a tenth as hard as he has, and then complain? Because you're not. You're just on Twitter all the
The
fucking
moment
time.
he made $100 million for some podcasts, and I was like, this dude's on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but he had to work to get to. He didn't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's always done.
Back when he had hair, he was doing that. He was doing it when he had hair.
Dude,
Watching
like,
his old
his
stand-up
career-
where he
Yeah, I
has
was gonna
hair
say,
is
Spark,
weird.
stop
Yeah, yeah.
talking about
It's so
comedians.
weird.
That's
same
where
as
he
Bill,
started.
Same as Bill Burr. Watching Bill Burr with hair is
Hair.
like, oh, this is a while ago.
So I just need to shave my fucking head, and apparently
There you go.
That's it. That's
Maybe
what
that's the
happened.
keep
club.
the facial hair.
Shoot in.
and
Maybe
then, you
that's
know,
the club. Maybe that's the secret.
'Cause
comedian Masons.
Burr may or may not have a
group.
beard at a given time. Joe kind of has a beard sometimes. Like there you go. I just keep my facial hair, shave my
Shave
head,
your head.
and then that'll magically.
That'd be
propel
shocking.
To
You
a
going
fan
from
base.
long hair to that hair was
Oh,
shocking.
God, that
God,
just-
imagine
no.
you shaving your head.
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
I'd have to be paid a very handsome sum to
No.
do that.
Speaking of this, hold on. I have this thought. I'm
Oh.
glad you're here. all
Okay,
right? And this
good.
is exactly why
I'm glad
you're
you're.
Let me tell you something, man. All right. I think
You need to
Com-
introduce everybody.
comedy is probably the last frontier where people say what the fuck they want to say, and they're not afraid of the backlash. Even rap has totally been compromised now because they're terrified of all the gangster rappers. Like all of
Yeah.
a sudden, they're terrified of anything.
I'll call that for
Look,
that for you.
I'm telling
In
you.
front of an audience on stage, I feel more freedom than if I'm gonna post some shit online.
Absolutely.
Because people will talk shit on you online.
But they will never do it in front.
Yeah, because they're
Ever.
weak and afraid and fucking pussies.
Yeah.
But on stage, I've got like, and I'm not trying to get away with anything. I feel like because I can say some shit on stage, I won't say online, and I'm not talking about anything inflammatory or just even out there. But I say it, it makes the audience laugh because we're all thinking the same thing.
Right.
Online, I'm
It's totally
getting
different.
whoever the algorithm
Yeah.
Holy
deems can
right.
see it.
Like online is horrible. Like I was posting.
yeah.
So I got a TikTok, right? And I was posting stuff on TikTok, and my TikTok is complete jokes. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing serious on there. I'm not trying to teach anybody. I'm not trying to learn things. I'm never serious. And I make fun of anybody.
Yeah.
I make fun of myself. One time I took a video, and it was like early in the morning, and like I had to have some crust in my eyes, and people started talking shit on my crust. So I was like, I just went with it. It's hilarious, right? I talk about all sorts of stuff, and the people will be so sensitive. They get so mad. It's like, do you really think that I'm serious? Do you really think that when I'm making fun of like Africans as a black dude, that I think Africa is the entire continent of Africa? It's a fucking country. Like I got a post that went viral. It's like got 770,000 like fucking views, where I'm just like messing around talking about Africa, and some people like Africa is not a country. You should know better than that. I'm just like, Taz, you don't get. That's like you don't get that I'm messing with you.
There's
Have
the
you not
small
seen all my
pocket
other
of people
videos?
who
'Cause
cannot
you're-
wait to get
Because you're
offended.
African American and you have privilege or some whatever bullshit they might
Man,
say.
they were going at it. I was like, it's like that's when I get a kick. It's like, oh, they're not talking about me anymore. They're talking about each other. You got like racist white dudes with like genuine, like you could tell they would be like they were talking shit to the black guys. The black guys were talking back. I'm just like, power.
Yes.
I was
there you
just
go.
like, there it is.
There you go.
I've affected your day. You're so upset.
You
that
made
you're
these
gonna
people
argue
play
with a stranger.
themselves.
You're arguing with
Yeah.
a stranger.
For the first time in forever, I finally got I posted something, and two people got in a fight in the
you hate
comments of
that?
whatever. No, I love it. I love it when other
it-
people fight each other.
It's kind of fun
Yeah.
because it's
And
like
they go
two
back and
people you
forth.
know arguing on your
Online,
front lawn,
online.
and you're
Yeah.
like, hey,
And I
take
know
it somewhere else.
these two people
But,
don't know
okay.
each other because they both live in complete different parts of the world, and I
yeah.
know they've never come across each
And
other.
they
They've
never
never
will.
seen each
Well, they
other.
never
It's
will.
not like two buddies that see each other, at Lola's every
Yeah,
week
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. These are two people, and they're just going at it. And I'm sitting there just watching, going, well, I know this guy doesn't give a shit about anything, and I know this guy doesn't give a shit about anything, and neither one of these guys are going to back down.
Oh,
And so they
beautiful.
just kept going, and it was so great.
Yeah.
So great.
Did you say a single word inside any of
No.
those magnet?
No.
I leave it.
No, that's what you do. You just sit back and you just watch.
I
You're
might
like,
pin a
"Ah."
comment or something like that. Like if there's something like I got to state, because every now and then it gets like so bad. It's like, guys, I was just joking, right? And then I just,
Yeah.
or this is my opinion or whatever. I just leave it, and then I just forget about the post.
Yeah.
And I
You,
just
you
let-
hit mute and you move on with
I
your
let
life.
them do what they want to do. But it's just like what you're saying when you're on the online space, man. People, all the justice people and all these people, like they just come out of nowhere with these half-baked opinions and half-baked ideas, and they think everything they see is real and that they need to comment. And it doesn't matter. It's not just like one group of people. It's men, it's women, it's young, it's old. It's like they see something it's like, I can't believe you saw that and it hit you so bad that you thought you needed to comment and start an argument on it.
And
when
I can-
it's a joke.
I
It's
can
it's
tell
set
you.
up.
I can tell you why I think that the flames get just so much higher exponentially because it's online. Because there's no voice, there's no tone.
Right.
The words just come out.
It's just
and the
black
person,
and white text.
Yeah, they just reading it, and it might have been their mood that pushed the point in the direction they took it. That's the fear and the sad state of just voicing your own anger and all that crap.
It's like
online.
Big Daddy. It's like you're not mad at me, you're mad at your dad. I hate my dad.
Yeah.
Although-
it's like that's who you're mad at. You just want to take it out on this
Although
anonymous person.
Jesse has a group that just fucks with him whenever you post anything now.
Oh, of course.
You've noticed that.
No.
Your brother
Oh.
and Jason.
Oh, dude! And
Just built a
sometimes,
fuck
as
with
soon
you.
as I stopped throwing crap out there, en masse. And sometimes Laura will be sitting next to me, and I'll say, "Jason's gonna say something." And dude, man, it's like 30 minutes later. Or Dale, I know Dale's already in bed by a certain point, but I know when I get up in the morning and I'm taking my morning shit and I'm going through the news feed, if I pop on, I guarantee you Dale has clicked on there and written at least two things.
Yeah. Oh, I love posting something specifically because I know one person's gonna chime
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, I got you, bitch. Like
It's so much
you
fun.
Fell
That's
into
fun
my
too.
trap. I laid this trap for you to, maybe amuse a handful of people, but also because you
I
are
know you're gonna
so
be upset.
about this. Like,
Yes.
like making fun of soccer or some
Something
one of my things I do. I make fun of something every once in a while. You're like, I'm like, I make fun of something in particular.
You made fun of
They're
a band the
gonna
other day, and I chimed in just being a smartass too. I can't remember who
what
it
band?
was.
There's plenty of.
Oh
there's
my
too
God.
many
You
of
were
them.
making fun of some band,
Yeah.
and it's been a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but then like all these people started jumping your ass.
About defending the band.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it the one of saying like Mastodon should be bigger than Metallica? Like maybe that was one of them.
I read that
I
one.
can't remember which
Because that
one
one
it
I
was, but it was
wholeheartedly
funny.
believe because they're a very, very talented band.
Oh, I
And
think so too.
Absolutely.
I think
Take
so,
every
too.
member and compare them to the other member. I'm going with Mastodon.
Oh,
every
I am
single
too.
time. Yeah.
And so, okay,
It's not
that's
saying
almost,
I'm not disrespecting. I respect Metallica.
it's
I just
almost
think
like,
music for music.
Metallica isn't that talented.
but they did lay the carpet that
They
everybody else
did.
walks
They
on.
did.
That's
And
the thing. They were the most easily digestible band of heavy music at that
And
time.
Yeah.
They wrote two of the best records
You can-
that's ever been fucking written.
Try
Sure.
air drumming to Mastodon. It's unless you know
Oh,
those
no,
songs,
yeah.
it's hard as fuck to do
It's
those
really
fills
hard. And to go with that very same argument, the thing that made me play drums was Lars.
okay.
And I was like, I swear to
He
God,
can do it.
I was like 12.
Yeah.
And I was air drumming to Metallica
One
since
guy,
12.
one
And-
guy's commenting the hell. out
It's
of this thing.
RoboTuner.
Oh, it's Matt.
It's Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Oh, it's Matt.
But yeah,
Oh,
so
He's
that,
great.
the comparing Metallica and Mastodon, try, and this is my, and I'll put my feet in concrete and on a mountain and do this. Offend a band that is, I don't know if they're they got to be in the hall, that so many people love blindly and they can't tell you why, and then you'll understand. Like,
All right, let's start.
every time, like, as far as I know,
Please.
Kiss is the most overrated band in the history of
Oh
music.
yeah.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
And they're just cookie cutter.
Yeah.
They follow trends. They know,
Rest
they're
in peace,
just after-
Gene Simmons that
Yeah.
died today.
Get
No,
out.
he did.
No, he did.
No, he just got
No.
COVID today.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got
I was
Delta.
like,
And every time-
everyone gets to like what?
Every time I throw out Kiss sucks, man, literally they call it the Kiss Army, and
Yeah.
there they come.
No.
And
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, this, that, and the other. I was like, yeah, but you can't tell me why they don't suck, because they
Close
do.
your eyes and listen to their entire catalog.
Holy
and
crap.
then somehow forget what they look like and just listen to their music. And you'd probably be like, all right, it'll be playing at a bar, and you'll be like, whatever, and continue.
Yes,
on
It's
whatever.
the '70s version of Green Day. It is.
No, but it's
It's
worse.
3 chords.
I'm gonna tell you
But
what.
at
But
least-
it's
Is that it?
worse.
That's it.
Are they still? As a non-musician, I love hearing that because
Green
now
Day
I
and
know
Kiss-
to make more
No,
fun of them.
Green Day
It's-
is the late '90s version of the '70s version of Kiss.
But at least Green Day wasn't putting on airs about doing. Like,
And also,
at
I
least
don't
they
feel
didn't
like
put on
Green Days
makeup.
are asshole. Like Gene Simmons is a known asshole. He's known like this to treat
Yeah,
people
yeah.
specifically like
very funny in Extract.
he
though.
just literally just treats people like shit.
Yeah.
You know, he's just known for it. So it's
Yeah.
like,
and
fuck
he
yeah.
is
Fuck it.
a marketing
No,
freaking genius.
No, yeah, there's the money part. He's not
Yeah.
in it for music
Well, he's
at
Jewish.
all. Okay.
No, he'll
Okay.
tell you that too. Like he
Yeah.
comes on Stern, he says, "I'm Jewish, so the money thing is what I work on.
I'm a Jew.
Is what I'm known for."
Are they all or?
Him and Paul are.
Oh, okay,
Is Paul Stanley Jewish?
Yeah,
because I know.
but he's not as not as hardcore
Up
active
front in your
as
face about it.
as Gene.
I think
Gene
Twisted
is.
Sister is because I heard
Yeah,
one of the
D
guys
is.
was on Adam
D.
Carolla's
Snyder?
podcast and he
Yeah,
was
D.
just like,
Snyder is.
yeah, because he's talking about their Christmas album. He's like, yeah, it's like 5 Jews making a Christmas album. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, and it fucking rocks, man.
It's
You
pretty
guys
damn
kick
good.
ass. Now, Twisted Sister, there's a fun band.
Yeah, fun and like Inhuman. Have you ever seen D. Snyder?
Yeah, he's
I've
gigantic.
stood
Oh,
next
is he?
to him.
Okay, is he
He's
gigantic?
very
Okay.
tall. Here's the weird part. He's all torso. His
He
legs
is.
are very squatty.
Yeah,
like I was,
really? Okay.
I thought it was I thought his jeans were like he's showing his ass. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
the dude is all torso.
Wow.
And then I saw him standing next to Corey from Slipknot, and Corey's like Prince.
And Corey's a big
he's
guy.
Like, he's like,
Yeah.
no, Corey's 5'5". I was taller
Really?
than Corey.
Oh, you were? Really?
Yes, I
I
stood.
thought Corey was tall.
I stood next to him. He's very short. And Joey,
why-
the
That's why Slipknot has
Re-
giant stages,
rest in
so
peace, Joey.
no one stands close.
Yeah.
Jordy's tiny.
Joey Jordison was a midget. He was like 5'4".
really?
He was
Yeah.
teeny tiny.
Wow.
But yeah, I stood
And
next
frail.
Yes.
He turned sideways. He disappears.
Yeah, he was very
he
thin.
was that skinny. He was like,
Yeah.
what? Where'd he go?
D. Snyder
Oh, there he is.
is like a
Wait,
cave
what?
troll. Corey from Slipknot is just like the kid that got beat up in high school a lot.
See, I think rock stars need to be tall. Sorry, it's just a preference.
Well, there's two guys in
Peter
Slipknot
Steele
that are
set
very
the
tall.
bar,
Yo,
pun
Peter
intended,
Steele,
way too
again,
high with height and dick. If
I-
you're not like
well,
that,
hold
then,
on. He was erect.
what?
He was erect in Playgirl.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how a big dick is judged.
Back then, yeah, but you weren't supposed to be erect in Playgirl.
Oh,
That
who
was the
gives a
thing.
shit?
That, still,
That's
with
just, that's more than I've ever known about Playgirl.
Look, when I did Playgirl,
I had the picture of Burt Reynolds in front of me.
yeah,
No.
Still.
But
He-
yeah,
Still.
I've stood next to D. Snyder.
But I think anyone as tall as Peter Steele should have a big dick.
and I've
If
stood
not-
next to Peter Steele. I was in the crowd. There was a typo negative opening up
This
for Motley
man's name
Crue
is Peter
Oh,
in
Steele.
Myrtle Beach.
Sounds like a porn star.
And yeah, but there's just a long
pretty
line. They
close.
played in the
Was-
football stadium
hold on.
at Myrtle Beach High School.
Was King's X on that tour too? Because
I can't remember, but I've seen King's X twice.
I heard when I junior high, I went to a Bible camp thing in the summer,
Bible.
and the speaker was talking about seeing a concert with Motley Crue, Typo Negative,
I
and
can't
King's
remember
X.
if King's X. So I would have
and
remembered
it was
that.
just like
I would have remembered.
he wasn't being
That's
very
kinda
he wasn't
crazy.
like dramatic about it, but he was talking about like these guys. Some of these guys literally believe in Satan or something like that. And what's funny is the one his name was Clayton something. My buddy Brandon, who's
His
a
last name was
comedian,
something? That's terrible.
used to be a Christian preacher, just youth preacher, and like he knew that Clayton guy. What's funny is that whole summer, I remember that guy talking about Typo Negative. And what I got from that whole summer, for me to this day, I'm a huge Typo Negative fan and not a Christian. But I've never checked out King's X. They
I had
could
to
be good.
break
Oh,
down.
King's X, they're legends.
Yeah, King's X,
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, they're
King's
and
X is badass.
from Austin.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked about bands that everyone dislikes or hate, or people
Yeah.
that are super famous.
Yeah.
But what is like one artist, group, rap band that like everyone just seems to like? And
The
hold
Spice
on, wait.
Girls.
That
No.
hates
I think it's Sade.
like
Like the group
Oh,
Sade.
Sade. No, that's a woman.
It's the whole group. That's not her name.
That's her. If it wasn't for her, there would be no Sade.
But I'm just saying, like, do they have? I don't think they have a miss. Like everyone loves who's heard Sade.
What's
I
the
don't know.
what's,
They love
what's
the
the Sade song? I know there's
Oh,
one. I just
no.
can't.
Have you ever
Smooth
heard?
Operator?
That's,
Is it a
okay,
cri-
okay, yeah.
Have you ever heard the Who's version of Bob O'Reilly?
I can tell by that reaction. is not-
Where's your
No,
record
right.
skip?
Is it bad?
Pull your needle.
No.
No.
Everybody loves that song.
I feel like you're lying to me.
You're just saying a band that everybody loves across all genres,
Just about.
Oh, well,
across
you could-
everything.
Doesn't matter which band it is.
Prince.
Yeah, I think Prince is up
Okay.
there.
Yeah, if you
Right.
hate Prince, there's something wrong with you.
Something
Yeah.
weird,
Yeah,
like,
you really
I
have a
can
problem.
see not liking a couple songs by Prince, but like,
Yeah, but if you don't
how can you-
respect Prince,
how can you fucking hate Prince?
Oh, No Ordinary Love. Okay, that's I looked up
Yeah.
Sade.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I
cool.
got that song in my head. Thanks.
Yeah, Deftones cover that. That's good shit.
that was a good one. They did a good job on
Good
that.
original song too. Okay, yeah.
Skinnerd. No one hates Skinnerd. Come on.
Woke people do.
Um,
Oh, okay, never mind.
See,
I went,
okay.
I went serious with you for a second.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I'm trying to
wait.
think.
He was-
I'm trying to
I
think
think
of
he's
one.
playing. He's playing.
Look, man.
I'm
You
trying to
don't-
think
I
of
If
like-
you don't
people that are
know
like
who Leonard
Skinner.
Skinner is,
I
and
like
you play
Skinner.
that to someone who doesn't know their,
Okay.
their very Confederate iconography,
Yes.
And also
Yeah.
they
most
probably
of them are
love
dead.
Skinner.
It's-
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cover band now. There's like
Yeah.
one living member.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was to be serious, it would all have to be pop artists that are respected. So Michael Jackson,
But I have like lots of disrespect for Michael Jackson.
music wise,
Music wise, no, yeah, he laid a lot of founding.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Prince.
no denying it.
Madonna,
Madonna, come on. A lot of people dislike Madonna.
a lot of
They do.
Christian hard fundamentalists, but we don't count those people because they don't really count in any
Thank you.
scenario anyway.
Yeah.
So
They're not a big demo for
Yeah, they're-
pop.
we don't care about
If
the.
anything, a lot of pop just
Yeah.
gives them a
What
good
about the
finger.
Beatles?
The Beatles are
Yeah.
probably on top of that mountain.
Probably so.
No.
Hating the Beatles is just a trope that edgy wannabe
Yeah, look
at me,
I'm
edgy
cool.
comics or the
Yes.
guy from Eve 6
Yeah.
does. No, the guy from E6 is
Hates the Beatles.
he'll do shit of just like this band and greater than this band, and you know it's literally open mic open. So the guy from E6 has revitalized his band with the online far left progressive crowd, and also just shit posting about bands and music. But he's a good follow because he'll tell you things that happened on the road. So it's like he gives you not road stories but road snippets, and you're kind of like cool. And then he'll do he's like a very progressive Christian and just open about shit. But he's also kind of revitalized Eve Six's career.
What about
Name's Max Collins. Give him he's a good follow.
What about Elvis?
Black people hate Elvis because he stole a bunch of shit from us.
Yeah,
Like
but
in
still.
mass.
Now,
In mass,
and I
there's
know-
no black person
and-
that knows what he did that fucks with Elvis.
Okay. Yeah.
We'd rather listen to Little Richard because he stole a bunch of shit from Little Richard.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, so if we keep going here, modern times,
Okay.
Zeppelin.
modern.
We hate Zeppelin too. No,
I hate Zeppelin.
You know
Yeah,
why? 'Cause
Zeppelin stole a
Led
bunch of stuff
Zeppelin,
from black
like
artists.
90% of their stuff is stolen to the point
From the
where
blues.
the people that they stole from sued them and they won a bunch. They
Yeah.
won all the royalties back.
The people
They
that
didn't even
wrote,
change the name of the song. They didn't even try to hide the shit.
No,
They was
when
just
the levee
like,
breaks.
same shit. It's the same shit.
When the Levee Breaks was an old gospel song, an old black gospel song from
And
Louisiana.
Robert Plant wasn't singing about fucking Denmark. So.
No,
So now
that
you
song
know,
was written in, I think, in Louisiana
God,
because it's
yeah.
surrounded by levees.
Yeah. They don't work very well either.
No, they don't.
unfortunately.
Right.
It's like
No.
legitimately. Thank God. I wish they would fix
Oh,
those.
'cause I thought Spike Lee stole that from the Led Zeppelin. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the fuck
I
out
know
of here.
enough.
Everybody loves The Weeknd, right?
Ignorance is a great
Yeah.
fucking thing about
I don't.
comedy.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that dislike.
I'm
The
not a fan.
Weeknd.
I like one song.
Yeah, what's the song?
I don't even know the name of it. It's
You know
the
what's
one.
funny?
It's the
I
one
only
that's
know The
pretty
Weeknd
popular
from
though
the
because I
last
like the
Super
way
Bowl.
it goes.
They're all pretty popular. There's a lot.
He's got a lot of fucking songs.
He has a lot of pop songs, man.
You know who I don't like? That everybody seems to like?
Okay.
Bruno Mars.
How?
Oh, that one
You-
Something in Heaven song. That's a
How?
great fucking song, man.
Leave
just
the
not a
door
fan.
open. Locked out of heaven.
Locked Out of Heaven.
Chunky.
You know who else I don't
It's the only
like?
song I know.
Who else?
Pitbull.
I totally get it.
I don't like that Pitbull shit.
I
Does
totally
he
get it.
rap or just seems like
Everybody
a hype
seems to
man
like
that
it.
just
He's
kinda
like a
beats
rapper
him?
/ hype man.
Kind of like P Diddy.
Yeah, like
He was just kind of like, dude, nobody knew you about rapping.
like
you know?
95% English, 5% Spanish, and most of the Spanish is just like uno, dos, tres,
Oh.
cuatro. That's it. That's
It's
literally.
like, I want everyone to understand the Spanish. I'm saying.
I think it's Blinding Lights. I like that song. The Weeknd song.
Why weekend?
Yeah, I like that
How's
song.
it go?
I can't remember. I
He
just
probably
like the
did
way
he do it on
goes.
the Super Bowl? Because that's the
I think
only
so.
thing I
Let's
know
see.
about the Weekend is that
I don't know
he
why
did
I'm
the
playing
last
this through my
Super
phone.
Bowl, and that was a good production.
Yeah,
Oh, blinded by. Okay, yeah.
Blinded by the Light?
Yeah.
I like the way that synth line goes. That synth line's pretty tight,
Yeah.
and so I'm a fan
Nice.
of that
I
song.
mean, you listen to we can go hard. Weekend does go hard.
I know a lot of
That
people
was
say
good.
I need to just sit down and listen to
All right,
Weekend.
Susie might be correct about Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you hate Earth, Wind, and Fire, that's probably
You know what?
It's a hate crime if you don't like.
That
Earth.
is
Everybody,
true.
yeah. No.
Who hates Toto? Everybody loves Africa.
Well,
come
no.
on,
I'm tired of hearing it, but
No.
I love it.
the song's great.
No,
Everybody sings along to
Weezer
it.
has made people hate Toto.
That
'cause
is
it's
true.
kind of like,
or Weezer woke
why did you
everybody
cover
up
that song and make it
nowadays.
sound just like the original? But now we just want to listen to Toto. But now you reminded me Weezer's around. It's still trying to be relevant.
Same with Little John, like Little John and the East Side.
What?
Like turned down for what?
Yes,
Turn down for
That's
what?
incorrect.
yeah, Doug Pinnick
that
is very
song-
tall.
As a hip hop guy, like he's had a couple of misses.
As
Yeah,
someone
but
that
If you're
has
not watching
watched-
that video, that song gets really old really quick.
fast.
As someone that has stood behind Doug Pinnick at a urinal,
He's pretty tall.
he's pretty decently tall. Yeah.
What I mean, how we do?
And then I watched him throw his bass at George Lynch. That was awesome.
What? Why? Why did he do
I
that?
got pissed. They
Oh.
were drunk.
They were drunk and he got
They were
upset?
drunk at an all-star jam
Oh,
at
God.
NAM and got pissed.
Ah.
He got mad and
No,
threw his
I-
bass down.
What about James Brown?
I like some James Brown.
Okay.
Man,
Most
I got
people-
Papa's
nothing
got a brand new
against
bag
him.
on my phone.
The only people that hate Chuck Berry are the people that
Well, he
got peeped
yeah,
on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I wish he had done the pissing thing.
Yeah, the whole hookers hanging out on the
Yeah.
glass coffee table.
Well, hookers are fine. You know,
But
cookers are
putting
cool.
cameras in the bath in the
Yeah,
toilets.
I mean, it's gotta
the
start
restaurant's
somewhere.
a
Now
little
you're bringing
weird.
in personal shit. We're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
I haven't heard.
If you can erase the personal crap,
Yeah.
like just
Are we
listen
just
to
if
their-
we just talk
no, we're
music?
just talking music.
yeah, then
Just
Michael
music.
Jackson's the
Yeah.
king.
And I haven't heard enough James Brown non-hits to give an opinion.
Susie
Same
wants to
with
know
most people we're talking about.
how we feel about Leon Bridges.
Where did that come from, Susie? I'll let you go first, guy.
I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I like him.
I like
don't have
all his
anything
stuff.
against
I don't
him.
have anything
I don't know if
against him.
he's at the
He's
tier
not-
that we're talking
he's
about.
not-
Yeah,
Leon-
I don't think he's Bruno Mars or Prince level or something like that.
One day.
Yeah, he's kind of still on stage. You know, he
Yeah.
could dance around a little bit, and you know.
You know who a lot of people love?
Who?
That's very odd to me.
Can't wait.
Daft Punk.
Why? They're great.
They're great.
They took
But
me
everybody
a
loves
while.
them.
And they just
Okay.
retired.
You know, at the beginning,
Yeah.
you know what soiled me on Daft Punk? Like, okay, hearing them without, okay, when they first came out, it was this collection of like music videos that was a throwback to like 70s anime, and I hate that fucking style of cartoon and shit. And so I'm like,
What's on your mind? You're fucked up now.
so that's what, and so I'm hearing that music and I'm watching MTV at the time, and I'm seeing this old ass anime
Fleetwood
that
Mac.
has no robots or something like that. So that made me really not like Daft Punk. Then later on, when I'd hear Daft Punk
On
just as
Tron.
music,
Oh.
and I was just like, this is good. But then because I fucking hate that old anime style, that's like
It's super popular.
it's like not Voltron, but something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, you're
So
talking about
when this comes on, when you hear this first 2 seconds right here,
It
just
better
this,
be what I think it is.
this doesn't get you going.
Oh no, it's great. I love that song.
got it on the phone. But no, the anime style you're talking about.
I just
is like-
don't like that I'm picturing, cheesy anime. That's just
Speed
it's-
Racer anime.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
Yeah.
Speed Racer.
And I didn't watch Speed Racer. I didn't give a shit.
No, 'cause it was
I
garbage.
grew up on Looney Tunes and shit like that. So I just and I hate that when I hear Daft Punk
That's
it's
what
all this
stains you.
pink and purple and blue.
Susie,
And
I didn't
just-
want to make this a one-man show here. And go off on the obvious. I wasn't going to bring that
Lord.
part up.
My wife, Daft Punk was the reason I could stand that old anime style.
Susie, Trent Reznor has probably convinced some people to kill themselves. So maybe he has made a misstep.
He has awards. He's almost got his EGOT.
Yeah, and he probably has some scalps on the wall. So I'm like,
Maybe. He did live in
I have
the
a
Sharon
I have
Tate
a-
home.
I have a funny /
La
hot
Pig.
take. Do you think, since mental health is a very big issue over the last who knows how many fucking years that some people
Like
talk
5
about,
to 10.
should bands,
Pull that
should
trigger. Pull that
musicians that make sad music be held accountable for
making
making
motherfuckers-
people
No.
sad and depressed?
No.
And possibly pushing themselves over the
No.
edge.
No, that's already
come
been
on.
proven in court
Oh, really?
with the Ozzy Osbourne suicide thing.
No.
But that wasn't that like a backwards thing.
No.
No, that was Black
I
Sabbath.
can't say some
The Black
sad
Sabbath.
stuff on a record
Ozzy,
and then somebody
No.
listen to it 20 years from now and then they'd be like, because he said that, today's the day. That's not how
Yeah.
it works. That's
it's
not
like
how that
oh,
works.
Just
that-
like-
he kept listening to Elliott
just
Smith
because you
records, and then he
listen-
fucking slit his wrists.
Well,
you know?
yeah,
Just because
but-
you listen to Marilyn Manson and KMFDM, you go shoot up a school.
Yeah.
It can't be held in that
No.
way. You shut up a school because
But
your
that-
parents didn't pay any attention to you
No.
Yeah.
and let you have access to weapons.
Or
I was just trying to come at it the new angle because it's all about mental health, and I'm just like,
It's
that's
not
sad.
my fault.
so if
Turn it off.
But what happens if somebody listens to nothing?
I
but-
like saying it because comedians haven't really, no one's.
No.
But on the other side of that coin, if you listen to Kiss records, it doesn't make you rich.
Why would you listen
And
to this
you
record
learn
at
3
all?
chords really quick, though.
Yes.
Goddamn. Good Lord.
Well, we're 36 minutes into this, and I guess I should introduce our guest.
Oh, it's us.
What's the
we're
point?
past
They
that.
all know who we are. At
They
this
all
point.
mostly know. If
It's the
you're
same-
watching
but-
on YouTube, I'll just point at the screen
But
here.
later on,
There you go.
In the top
Oh, wait.
left-hand corner,
I don't think that
you
works.
go ahead and
They will
introduce
take it.
yourself. You have to talk.
my name is Jesse James Engel. How are you doing?
Jesse hasn't been in here in a long while.
Yeah, no, I've been raising kids. It's very
Yeah.
time consuming.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're finally old enough that you can
Stressful.
escape for
Well,
short periods of time.
I can fake them out. I'm going to the store. That's what I told them.
Oh, like
Are you plan on
like
coming
a
back?
stepdad.
They're gonna be.
You're here the same way I went. I'm going to buy
the store.
cigarettes.
I want to get some milk.
I went to 10 stores. They're all out of my brain.
That was
Yeah.
1989. You never.
And in the lower left-hand window, we have
I'm Brian Breckenridge, stand-up comedian. Come see me at Hyenas Fort Worth this Thursday. It's free if you make a reservation.
Whoa.
and then in the lower right.
That guy.
The DJ Chocolate Thunder coming to you from the ones and twos.
Yes.
Smooth 105.7 in R&B.
Ooh.
Tonight we got the Isley Brothers. Then we have Phyllis Hyman. Then we got a little SOS band. But first, we have the Quiet Storm Quote of the Night.
Can you fit all of that on a shirt?
That was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That was awesome. Shit.
Way
Well,
to step
guys.
over my show promotion, but that's
I'm glad you guys came in tonight. Everything was kind of thrown together a little crazy for tonight.
Hey Matt, I heard you got the vid, man. I feel bad about that. I want to talk to you about like your jiu-jitsu. Time for to get my ground game, because I be boxing, we be throwing hands, and you can't tell. I've lost a bunch of weight. I'm trying to roll around on the ground with grown men and be sweaty.
Well, I want to talk to you about that. So yes, Matt is out again this week.
I can't jiu-jitsu.
He's still under 14 days. Throw your T's and P's out to him. Hit him up on Facebook, whatever. Let him know you're thinking about him. Maybe send him some stuff through Amazon. Look at his Amazon wish list.
Send him crack.
Hopefully, he's back next week or the week after.
Climbing out of the hole.
We'll just see how he's feeling, how he's doing. But yeah, I guess technically this would be his second round at Team Hard.
Man, because you already had COVID before, Matt, and I had COVID I can now say a couple years ago now. Right, it's been a while, and you had COVID.
That's
so
when it
we all
first
had it,
came
and
to America.
It sucks.
It does suck.
You know?
So, are you still fighting?
Yeah, well, no, not right now because I got to go. I will be out of town for a while. Can't tell you where I'm going, but I'll be out of town for a little bit, and then when I get back, you have to do it. That's something like I'm gonna still be working out and running and stuff, but it's not the same because when I'm out there, I'm gonna be working.
And it's not fighting working.
No, so
Okay.
it's like has nothing to do with that. So
Are you
I
hooking
mean,
up with Dre?
if I can, I'm gonna run and I'll see if I can lift weights at the very least, do body weight exercises. But if you're not, and he knows this as a jiu-jitsu guy, if you're not doing it, it's just not the same thing.
Are you hanging out with Kendrick Lamar?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
You can wink. You can wink.
Yeah,
at
it doesn't matter. No, it's not important.
Are you in the lynch mob now? Are you a member of the lynch mob?
I'm definitely not a No, I'm not
No.
part of the lynch mob. But get the fuck
Is the
outta
lynch mob
here.
still around?
Probably. I mean, they all know each other. It's kind of like, see, California and Texas when it comes to rap are really similar. And I think in music in general, because
Yeah.
like you can just tour Texas as like a country musician or a rap artist. If you get big enough, you never have to leave. Same
Sure.
for California.
Yeah.
So, and also because there's only a select few people that do that type of stuff, everyone knows each other. So I'm sure that the lynch mob, even if they broke up or something, they could have come back together.
Yeah, I just wondered if they were still a crew and still ran around or
Yeah.
still did stuff with Cube.
I mean, Cube
Probably,
is
I don't
still,
know.
he's kind of like,
Yeah.
Cube,
Yeah. I saw Cube a couple of weeks ago
Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Where?
at AAC for the Big 3 tournament.
Oh, okay. Was he cool?
Cool as shit.
What-
I was sitting
I feel like he's short.
not, yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
a little bit, but sitting next to him, who's tall as shit, the DOC.
Oh, yeah, DLC's tall as hell. I've seen him in person.
So they were
before.
all hanging out and goofing off and just having fun.
It's crazy to see
And I was like-
DLC's voice come back. Like, he had to work
Yeah.
on it. Like, he can still
Yeah.
bring it back. So, for people who don't know, the DLC, the Doc, back in the day, he worked
The
with Dr.
Doc.
Dre. He's actually from Texas, right?
He's one of the members of NWA.
Yeah, he's actually from Texas, and he had his biggest hit was called The Formula. It was in the '90s. I mean, and it went platinum. He was doing great, and unfortunately, at his height, he got in a car accident, and it messed up his throat.
It threw him out, right?
It threw him out. Like, he was
He's
messed up.
thrown out of the car, hit
And
a
he
tree,
lived,
fucked
but his
throat up.
voice got fucked up. So instead of having that smooth, normal voice, like, it was very low, and he couldn't really do anything.
okay.
And
It
so
crushed his
for a
vocal cords.
while, and then here's the crazy thing: the doctor was like, "If you wait and let it heal, and let some of the scar tissue heal, we might be able to fix it." And I saw this interview, but he's like, he's popping, and he want to go on tour. He's like, I got to get back, so he tried to force it, and then he damaged it even further. So over the years, though, he's been able through therapy and stuff to bring it back. So now he can't normally talk. No, he still talks like this, but he can now open up and be like he can use his own voice a little bit.
Listen to your professionals.
He can't really do it consistently that I know of, like on tour. But luckily for him, he went back to the background and he was writing. So he's written a bunch of stuff for a bunch of other artists and stuff. So he's good financially. But basically, in the 90s, like 94, 93, 92, he's probably one of the biggest rap artists out of Texas by far.
Easily.
He's rolling with NWA and Dre and Death Row and all them. So he's by easily.
And did he help with Nemesis?
I'm not sure.
Was he with them or help put them together?
I'm not sure. I'm really not.
Because they were pretty big too out of Dallas, and I was thinking he did. He helped them, or
I mean, he
with them
wrote
and
for
stuff.
everybody.
Yeah, he did. And then whatever happened to them? That wasn't
They
tragic,
broke up.
was it? Did they just
I
break
don't
up?
think I think this broke up.
Okay.
Because like that weird change that happened, and specifically like Dallas and Houston, when basically Houston took over before the 2000s, when DJ Screw came out, all the great tapes were going on. Like it was a slow thing that just kind of exploded, and then from like '96 to like 2006 in Texas, basically all Houston, and like you had the Dallas guys that popped up. I feel like a bunch of Dallas guys that get on here and be upset. But it's like, let's be real. When people think outside of Texas
It's
about
Houston.
early 2000s rap, late 90s rap from Texas, it's all Houston.
It's all Houston.
They're thinking of DJ Screw, Lil Kiki, Little Flip, Paul Wall, yada yada.
2002, I worked at an FYE, and motherfuckers wanted and I didn't know at the time it was a bunch of Houston rap,
Ice.
but they wanted the people
The
you
whole
just
bowl or
named.
just-
Everyone you just named, people came up. I was in the movie section. People came up and asking about those CDs. I'm like, you have to go to the music guys. Hopefully, it's organized in the right way. But yeah,
No.
and then some people would they'd want to return it because they accidentally got the chopped and screwed
Yeah.
version. And that's when I found out the difference between that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And it took me a couple years to realize,
That's a whole
that's
different thing.
all this shit's from Houston.
Right.
I had no idea that I had to figure all this stuff out later on. But yeah, so boots on the ground report from 2002.
No.
Holy shit.
So you saw it. Like,
Yeah.
even UGK. UGK is not from Houston. They're from Port Arthur, Texas. But they had gotten hooked up with the Houston guys to the point where Houston just claimed them. But that's how big Houston was. It was just like everything around it in its orbit was just absorbed into Houston. Susie Ramon, what about DSR? Yeah, but I don't think DSR were big, but were they bigger than UGK? Doing
I don't even
songs
know
with
what's DSR. I don't even know.
with Outkast and them? Were they bigger than they were?
they related
UGK was
to-
doing songs with Jay Z.
Yeah.
They related to DRI. They're from Houston.
You know?
Did they
Go.
That would have been a
Did
weird
they do
mix.
anything?
Don't be late.
That would have been a weird mix.
syringes. First one out of the starting gate. In the pit, in the pit, in the pit, in the pit, in the pit. Dun, 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 dun.
I bet DRI
we
played
go.
some rap shows. I could probably
Dude,
go.
some DRI shows at Trees are some of my favorite shows, man. They were fun. That was
As
hardcore
much
punk right
as many
there.
times as I saw them come through, I never seen DRI.
Yeah, I've never seen DRI.
But anyway, what is
about it.
DSR?
That's
stand- what
shocking.
is
I've
that
never
just,
seen them.
Is
they
that,
were
is that a
like
group from
metal
Houston?
punk.
Oh no, I would have seen them. I would have gone if I'd have known.
No, they're from Dallas.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know who they are.
Um,
I can tell you more Houston
and
rap
then,
than Dallas.
okay, so when did Travis Scott come on the radar?
Travis Scott. He was like
I was trying to figure that out.
The 2010s is when he came.
He
out.
took off, but
Was it like 2012, 2013?
was it
when he
that
started?
late?
Yeah. But here's the thing: Travis Scott has transcended Houston rap because he hooked up with Mike Dean, and Mike Dean, who does all the stuff for Jay-Z and Kanye behind, he plays the keys and he does a bunch of different stuff. He basically told Travis Scott, if you want to make it, you got to leave Houston or you're gonna get trapped. So he went off to California and whatnot. But yeah, people often forget Travis Scott is from Houston. I think Travis Scott is gonna upset even more people. Travis Scott's probably the biggest rapper that ever came out of Houston as far as just popularity. Not saying he's the best. Not saying
No, out of
even
popularity
but
and
as-
mainstream,
I
yeah.
don't think it's even close. Like Travis Scott is like there's everyone else, and then it's like
Yeah.
Travis Scott. And
'Cause-
also how long he's been hot. Because he's been hot for like 6-7 years at this point, which is so long in rap.
So here it is. It
Is that-
says that his career officially began like in 2008, and that's when I was down there for Hurricane Ike, and I started hearing him being mentioned everywhere. Was Travis Scott this? Travis Scott that? Travis Scott this? He's this upcoming dude. La 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 la.
That his real
You
name.
know, all the music stuff.
That's his name.
And well,
Bold move.
his real name is Travis Scott, His stage name has dollar bills where there's an S.
Of course, he's getting that money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
Did he have to earn one, and then he like
He
got
got-
another
yeah.
comma in his bank account? It was just like
Platinum 1,
bam,
Platinum 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Bitches.
Well, look, after he impregnated Kendall Jenner, I think he doesn't have to worry about dollar signs
Oh.
anymore.
See,
Yeah,
this
no.
is shit. I
You
know
use her
Travis
money.
Scott's name. Probably never heard a song, and I didn't know he's
Like, I don't think he has to think about.
now we're
and he
reaching
signed
people
the Kanye
people
stuff.
magazine level
Yeah,
shit, and I'm so disconnected from all that.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to worry about that.
Okay.
He's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for him.
But no, you're right. That's a good call because people forget that he's from Houston.
Houston, yeah.
I think he's the biggest Houston rapper ever.
I used to have a Houston Chronicle. The Houston Chronicle down there is the Dallas Observer up here. You know, it's owned by the same media company. But the cover of it had a zombie. Obama, and who was his?
Zomban? No, I can't
No,
force that.
Cheney. It had a zombie Obama and Cheney on the cover, like eating the flesh of each other. And I had that cover forever.
Pretty rad.
But
yeah.
in the bottom corner, in their music, in the corner, it said, you know, the future is here, and it's Travis Scott.
Oh.
That was their music thing for that issue. And I was
Okay.
like, oh, that's freaking badass.
No, but no, he took over. I mean, it just was what it was. He met Mike Dean. Mike Dean gave him great advice. Sometimes I feel like it's going back to the Texas California thing. Sometimes you get trapped in the area because Houston and Texas is its own musical ecosystem for just about every genre, but specifically for rap and country. Like if you're a country artist, if you don't want to leave Texas, you can do that as long as you're willing to tour Texas.
Yeah.
Play little bars and stuff here and there.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. You know, maybe you might venture out to an Oklahoma or an Arkansas or something else, but 98% of your time you're in Texas. But here's the thing. You're just in Texas. There's a lot of other spots.
There is.
You know?
And then old Nashville will
branching
try to
out to
drag you out
Oklahoma?
there. When are you going to put out a country record?
I was talking to Vincent Neil Emerson this the other day.
Oh.
You know?
Really?
Because he's freshly divorced. And, you know, he's lost a bunch of weight. And, you know, we saw him. I was at Lola's.
Is he boxing?
Because I've been involved.
Don't say someone got divorced and then immediately say they lost a bunch of weight because that just implies.
Oh,
Bad.
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty. He lost a lot of dead weight. God damn it! No, I don't know the lady.
That's just how my mind
I
thinks.
did not make that step, but
Well,
okay.
that's why I'm
It's
here.
there.
That's why you're a comedian.
It's
That's
there.
why I
It's
didn't
there.
catch it.
Jeez.
But no, and I was talking to him. I was like, you know, when I'm over in LA, I might have some free time. Maybe we can talk about doing something or whatever. Because, you know, basically everyone I know who's ever actually done anything with music and really like made some significant money, it's about, you got to go to LA at some point. LA or New York. It's probably the two spots you're going to go to. At least to do a couple shows or to meet people or network, you got to go to one of those two spots. So I was like, you know, we'll think about it. I don't know if it'll be a country record, but I know me and Vincent like each other. So who knows? I don't know. I can't sing. I can't play nothing.
Hey,
I'm actually musically inept when you really think about it.
Hey, who knows? Could be 12 tracks of the new Old Town Road, you know.
Yeah, let's not. I'm not going to do that one. But it's a great, I actually like Old Town Road, but I would
Oh, that's
never
good.
stoop that low.
All you
Then
gotta
what
do
else is a country rap album supposed to sound like?
All you got to do is go steal
have
a
to
Nine Inch
invent that
Nails
shit.
song and put it in the background,
Okay.
and then put some stuff over it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Country
what?
electro.
Country electro. That's the thing.
We're not
Well,
doing
that's
that.
what Old Town Road would fall under.
Country electro?
Yeah. Old Town Road?
No, Old Town Road is country.
Electro.
No.
What's that mean?
Okay.
Electric guitar?
Electronic?
You're dropping 808s through the whole song with a banjo.
Oh,
and a,
that's what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
You've got
That's
crazy
fine.
beats. You do have the entire bed of that song is a Nine Inch Nails song from Ghosts.
Look.
So they just took
look.
it
Mm.
and
That-
diced it up, and
let's
then
do
added
it.
808s, and a dumbass from
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Ray Cyrus laid a little bit of guitar over it.
Look, on the
And
remix.
his vocals.
Mhm.
That's all you had to do.
Lending his talent.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's all you had to
I
do.
don't think. I think Lil Nas X hasn't fully been punished enough for bringing Billy Ray Cyrus back into the
Into the fold of the
Zeitgeist, to
world.
zeitgeist.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, dude, you already I don't have any opinion about Miley, but it's just like Billy, like you had your time. And he's
Oh,
just
I
like,
do.
no, I don't. I'm coming back for another hit. Yeah, Old Town Radio.
Why not though? I mean,
It's fine, but it was also.
I like to see the things expanding, because one of the biggest issues that about hip hop has created is hip hop is so big that everybody else in all these other genres, they kind of take little its and bits and pieces of it. Unfortunately, like the 808s or like those hi-hats or the most important thing is the fucking snare. This, they take not the snare, the hi-hats. They take those fast automated hi-hats and they put it on everything. So how long you gonna roll with this joke? You just gonna let me.
This is from Ghost.
Yeah,
this is the
Oh
Ghost.
my God, that is crazy.
He took it. They were sitting around high one night and listening to Ghost.
Crazy.
And he's like, I'm gonna grab this and
What's
take
crazy is I've never like researched anything about Old Town Road, but I never knew that this was.
Never made the connection.
That's how
that
Trent
guitar-
Reznor has an ACM award.
Oh, okay. I knew he had awards. Just not.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what kind. I know he has like an Oscar.
Him and
for
Atticus got
social
an ACM award.
Wow, that's fucking awesome. That's that's crazy.
But unfortunately, hip hop is so big that everyone else.
You got to take on the microphone.
Hip hop takes so much stuff. People take so much.
No,
stuff
they
from
do.
hip-hop.
That's what's great
Kinda
about
like
hip
how
hop.
Led Zeppelin took some stuff
No.
from every black
Yeah.
person that ever breathed.
All
They're
these,
just a
all
little
these-
sex of their time.
all these Brooklyn artists, these Brooklyn hip hop artists in the late '80s, early '90s, stealing all this samples from white artists.
We were stealing from
Aeros-
70s,
like Aerosmith.
which were black as shit. Like, you couldn't even keep a straight face.
I couldn't even get
What
through
the
it.
fuck he's talking?
No, you gotta. Yeah. Some of the
Couldn't even get
best
through it.
comedy is making it through just
Trying
a
to get
line
through
of
it. You're like,
pure ignorant bullshit.
God damn it! I can't even get through it.
No, because we
Yeah.
sampling stuff from the 70s. That's what makes me not realize that the 70s were like 50 years ago. When you think of 1970, that's 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Because hip hop in the 90s was all stuff from like the 70s.
Yeah.
Just about.
Well-
I have to remind myself, it's like, if you were born in 1970s, you're 50. Like, you're like the last quarter of your life. Shit.
God damn it! There's a show on Apple TV. God dang it! Susie's in the room. She can
Is
maybe.
it Ted Lasso? Because nobody shuts up about Ted Lasso.
No,
I've never
Ted
seen
Lasso
Ted
is
Lasso.
fucking
Stop
great.
talking about Ted Lasso. I don't have an Apple Plus streaming account.
Ted
Oh,
Lasso's
yeah,
great.
fuck, you're right. God damn it. People keep bringing us
My
like,
buddy-
motherfucker, I don't even own a
Comic
one.
buddy
No.
moved down to Austin. LaRon Wright had this great thing. He goes, man, once the Ted Lasso gets to Netflix, I'm watching the shit out of that.
Dude, you would love it. It's great.
I know. Everyone
It's
keeps fucking
so
telling
fucking
me that.
great.
But it's like it feels
Who said
like
that?
Apple's
Matt.
paying people to fucking tell me
Matt,
about this show. 'cause
Beastie
I'm like,
Boys sampled Led Zeppelin on Less Than Ill. So they sampled
Well, yeah.
black people, basically.
they
Yeah.
ripped them. Beastie Boys ripped off black
took it
people in
back.
2 ways.
In
We're
2
taking
ways.
it back.
We're taking it back for the black.
But you're 3 white guys. How does
And then-
that work?
and then stepped on.
Comedy question.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Why I look for this show?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So as far as like, I love watching stand up, but I'm very selective on my stand up.
Yeah.
Right. So, I like a Bill Burr, a Tom Segura, a Patrice
Those are white
O'Neill, Richard Pryor. But really, I really fucking like sketch comedy.
Yeah.
And I'll often think, I personally believe that the greatest comedy sketch show was most likely the Chappelle Show. And
By far.
And the reason I think that is because it just went there all the time and it didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Where it's like, especially like a Key and Peele. Key and Peele's funny, but Key and Peele is definitely neutered and watered down. It's like
They don't push the edge.
safer. Like Dave Chappelle went all the way.
'Cause
Like
they're-
one of
look,
the first skits
well,
that
you
Dave
have
Chappelle had
Keegan-Michael
was the
Key.
Gardley nigger family.
No.
It's hilarious.
The first episode was
The black dude, the
Clayton
blind black
Bigsby.
dude.
Clayton Bigsby. That changed everything.
Wait,
When you
so-
watch the first episode of Chappelle Show and Clayton Bigsby, the black KKK member,
The blind
It's
guy.
hilarious.
black white
is
supremacist,
or the
Yes.
black white supremacist, that like you got
so-
away with that on TV.
He didn't get
What
away
was-
with it
what's your
because
question?
people were mad.
Or
So-
if
so-
you just want to talk about comedy, that's
It
cool.
made it past
what I'm trying
censors.
to, what I was trying
Yeah,
to say
yeah.
before, what I was trying to say. So as far as like sketch comedy is concerned, what do you think? Because you clearly know more about comedy than I do. what do you think is the most important one? Because there's like, if
For
you can
sketch?
yeah, we can go back because it's like there's SNL, but there's also the Carol Burnett show. There's a lot of stuff if you really want to break it down.
I'd almost say like
SNL's got longevity, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
The power.
It's so hit or miss.
maybe just for being 2021, who I am, especially taking what you just said, maybe like Chappelle, because Key and Peele, Keegan-Michael Key, who's already a great comedic actor, and Jordan Peele, who's a great actor too. We also know he's very artistic, everything. But the Chappelle show, it was finally like Dave Chappelle finally able to do what he wanted to do because he was like he was on Rogan. He said he's like they called him like Pilot Boy or something like that because he was in all these pilots. Obviously, it just wasn't made for like a scripted sitcom.
Yeah.
The Chappelle show, Comedy Central is finally like, here, do what y'all want to do, and it just they were able to go through maybe that first season, maybe a little bit into the second, before that shit blew up and all of his internal drama. But before all that started and the money and him being told what to do and
ran to Africa,
you had him and Neil able to get out the fucking. It was like some of the most pure comedy, sketch comedy, because they were able, like we were saying, from the very first episode, the last sketch of the first episode, like everyone
Pushing
knew
boundaries.
Everyone knew
far as you could
that
go.
it was like, oh shit, this is something we've never seen before. And Comedy Central, obviously, they didn't know. They're like, all right, it's not our next South Park. It's just going to be whatever.
They didn't expect it to blow up.
They they didn't know what they had on their hands, even though, I'm not sure how much Dave Chappelle stand-up you had to see to realize, give that guy some fucking money and let him do what he does.
Apparently, you had to see a lot of it because he struggled so much to get his foot in the door.
Yeah. And he went through all these failed pilots. But I say, like, lasting, because literally, you could be anywhere, anytime, and someone can, just mention, I'm Rick James, bitch. Like, goddamn, you can say that for the next 30 years, and people will know what you're talking about.
It revitalized Rick James' career.
In such a short amount of time.
He beat cocaine just so he can come back.
There was, I will say, technically, like 2.5 seasons of Chappelle. There's that third season, but that was truncated.
And also, he wasn't there.
Yeah, and it was what they shot and everything. So I'll say there was 2.5 seasons of Chappelle. For the lasting impact of 2.5 seasons compared to SNL's decades of relevance and
70s.
irrelevance and
then come back
all
and
that shit, cowbell, whatever. Chappelle, just because the fucking impact, the punch and impact, and again, from that Clayton Bigsby.
That Clayton Bigsby changed.
Holy shit!
It changed TV and changed comedy.
I was in
like clever too.
I was in like 13th grade at the
so
time.
Smart.
I just started community college, and that was like 04. Chappelle's show is just coming out. I hadn't discovered marijuana yet. Otherwise, it would have probably been even
That would have
funnier.
changed everything.
It was still the funniest fucking shit I'd ever seen. But I remember going to Northlake College, hanging out with Ian McKinnon, and just kind of, and whoever else my buddies were at the time, and just talking. When the new episode came out, we'd come in and start talking about it. And I'm kind of pissed I wasn't, in high school, because I could have talked about it all fucking day with everyone in every class, most likely. Because it was just that fucking funny. And then the Little John, not the Little John sketches,
the Rick James
sketches.
Yeah.
You're like
the Prince sketch, goddammit.
Yeah, the basketball Prince sketch.
Yeah. It gave Charlie Murphy a bump up in pay when he did
reparations
stand-up.
sketch.
Yeah, reparations.
There's so much
when they're driving around.
Now, like I'm saying though, Key and Peele has those sketches. Like it's just not as potent. Like the substitute teacher, Ron.
Yeah,
Ron.
Oh, no, it's really good.
But it's just like they didn't push it there. But when I look back,
because they're actors. Chappelle is a comedian, but he's also a thinker. I hate the whole comedians are philosophers things. I'm like, but
sometimes
they create an argument, but also I'm like, don't go to comedians for philosophical concepts. Like, they're comedians. Like, first of all, don't take them seriously. Stop doing that. And comedians, stop acting serious. But Chappelle was someone just like his life, his experience. Hey, if you do something as big as Chappelle's show, we'll listen to your take on society.
And I don't know another show that everybody watched and loved as much as Chappelle. and
You
was
know-
okay
You know who
Okay.
pushed that?
with
that
Chappelle making fun
what
of
the show
them.
that pushed an envelope that they tested things, and it was kind of sad that it didn't blow up like it did. Was Mad TV.
Yeah.
Because Mad TV,
Mad TV was
really
pretty good.
stepped in the
They
shit
were the
a
edgy
lot.
Yeah.
version. They were the super edgy.
They did a
version
lot
of
of
SNL.
sexual stuff.
Dude, they really got dirty.
They did. And,
And-
one thing no one said yet is Living Color.
No, well, that was coming because the Living Color was before Mad TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Living Color brought you
Was
Jim
that
Carrey.
also?
It brought you like all the Wayans,
and the
Jim
Wayans
Carrey,
brothers.
Jennifer Lopez
Now-
somehow.
A
When
lot of shitty,
was-
scary movies.
When did In Living Color come on?
You don't like scary movies?
Come on now.
I like the first two.
What,
I mean, they're
what,
alright.
what day of the week and what time did In Living Color come
Sunday. Sunday
on?
night.
Sunday?
And what time or what year? What are we talking
It was
about?
Sunday night, like at 9 o'clock.
Like
So-
8 or 9 o'clock.
1992,
I was
91 to like
probably
93.
watching like X-Files, post Simpsons, and maybe Futurama. No,
Yeah,
not
and that's
Futurama,
probably
Futurama.
that was
Yeah, not
probably
that.
some of Mad TV's problem because they were on late.
I thought Mad TV competed
No,
against
it-
us.
it could-
SNL
competed
for an
against
hour,
SNL.
and then
And
it went off.
So
Was it
I had to
SNL
flip back and
then,
forth if
or-
something I wasn't feeling, but I did tend to go to SNL more because that was a good.
That's the
cast
mainstream.
for-
And right then, the 90s when
that
Mad
was a good
TV was
cast.
out was when
what
SNL was
sucks for
firing
Mad
on all
TV
cylinders.
is they went up, and I'd have to like look at this. I'm just pulling this out of my ass, but I think Mad TV also went up a really solid SNL cast at the time. When Mad TV had some really good people, like fucking Will Sasso's always
Aries,
Yeah,
good.
Will
Aries
Sasso.
Spears.
Yeah, Ari Spears, and I want to say they had like a really good SNL cast that was just it sucked for Mad TV.
I
Like,
wonder if they didn't
Yeah.
have the budget.
They came out
and
at
they
the
were
wrong
up
time
against,
for SNL because
Yes.
SNL
Yeah.
sucks so much sometimes.
Well, SNL was.
But that
also-
was like
they're
the
just
wrong
people
time to
friendly.
come out.
That's SNL's catch.
Yeah.
Is that it's a safety net for the people that really don't bite into or hook into the tragic awesome. SNL is just safe.
Well, okay, let's do this. Mad TV's, this is their top cast, okay? And this is when you just put it in Google, okay?
okay.
Um, Nicole Sullivan, Deborah Wilson, Michael McDonald, Will Sasso,
Funny.
What's that so? You're
Bobby Lee, hilarious,
funny as fuck.
Arius Spears,
Yep.
Jordan
Super
Peele,
funny.
Michael
Yes,
Key,
Funny as fuck. Funny as fuck.
Stephanie
Yeah.
Weir, Phil Lamar.
Bill Lamar, love him.
But you don't even have Artie up there.
oh, shit.
Artie Lang.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
But he wasn't like. Oh, I guess. From his years on Howard, you could call him big time.
Well,
but
that was afterwards.
I
but
saw a stand up.
he got
I
huge.
went to a stand up.
I did too.
and it wasn't all that. I probably giggled a couple of times.
It was funny, but it was cokehead funny.
I think Artie has a more.
It wasn't
mystique
hilarious
than-
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's funny, but also it's just like
It's
I'm a
a-
dirtbag.
It was a little predictable.
It's like,
I've
obviously.
heard it before.
What's the
and-
cast?
and
you
yeah,
over the
his
late 90s
his
comedy
speed and his
shows like
timing was a little off,
Jackass.
but he was also drinking.
Is Jackass a
and-
comedy show?
Jackass.
Jackass comedy,
I'm sorry,
but
I'm
it's
not interrupting. I'm just reading. Keep going with your thought. I'm sorry.
Jackass is comedy, but it's not sketch.
No.
Yeah,
and
it's-
Tom
I don't
Green
think
was
it would
sketch.
count.
Situational.
What about Tom Green? I would say Tom Green
part
is
reality
sketch.
though, because it was
Part
him.
reality, part sketch.
You know, Tom.
pissing
All
off
right,
his
so
dad.
now here we go. Like Tom
Okay.
Green, because he opened up that next wave, that 2000s, that
He did
Adult
that-
Swim wave.
The-
I
yeah.
that's what because it was that weird kind of comedy, like what the fuck are we really doing? But it's like you had to
Yeah.
pretty much be high to find that. Like if you were just like Stone Cold Stove and you just woke up and you just like, the fuck is this motherfucker?
But then
doing?
Tom Green
Phil
also opened up.
Gyrox in the back.
Tom Green also opened up. Then you have Bam Margera and his show. He was known from
Yeah,
Jackass, but his show was more like Tom Green's show.
right.
You know, doing pranks on your parents and,
And Tom
shit.
Green was one of the first people that had like a podcast back then. I remember that one.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and like, but it was a way back, so everything was super expensive, and like no one really knew
Oh,
how it
yeah.
worked. The internet was slow, and I remember there was pictures of him, and he had these big like tubes that were going in to like handle all the Wi-Fi and handle all this shit.
Wow.
You can look that up.
Yeah.
Like he was one of like, and he started it. And remember, unfortunately, I think Tom Green got cancer, right? He had testicle cancer.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
so,
I thought he said canceled for a second.
No, he got
I was
cancer.
Like,
He got-
no, what?
like he
Testicular
lost. Well, they
cancer.
had to cut out one of his testicles. He
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
But it's just like that slowed him down. But
shit.
he was one of the few people that actually.
What are we missing?
Like he started the podcast thing. I think Joe Rogan's mentioned this. Like Tom Green was doing this back when
From Canada.
nobody was doing
Doing
this.
it from Canada.
Nobody
with
was
smoke
doing
signals.
So the first season of Mad TV and the first season of SNL went up against SNL had Jim Brewer,
Okay.
Will Ferrell, Daryl Hammond, Sherry O'Terry,
this.
Chris
Sherry
Kattan,
O'Terry. I thought, yeah, she was
Colin Quinn, and Fred Wolf.
Fred Wolf. Who's Fred Wolf?
Fred
hot.
Wolf. Let's see the holdovers from previous season. Oh, previous season: Norm Macdonald, Tim Meadows, Molly Shannon, David Spade.
Damn.
Davis.
Yeah.
That's what you had
Tim
going
Meadows.
up against.
Fucking love Tim Meadows.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, Tim Meadows is
funniest. Tim Meadows has I want to say he's one of the most underrated comedic actors because he just has this way of like he has this smile. He can do this smile, but also deliver some of the funniest fucking shit, and just like
I'll say it. He has this safe black guy face, but yet he can do some
Yeah.
shit that's just like I like yo.
like
it's kind of weird.
and Walk
So what? I'm
Hard.
supposed to feel
Yeah.
comfortable around him.
Walk
Yeah.
hard.
Yes, he makes you. He's not a big guy. He's not a physically imposing guy. No tattoos. Great smile.
No.
He's like Sugar Ray Robinson in the face with the smile. It's like if you just saw Sugar Ray Robinson walking down the street in his prime, you would never think nothing of him. But Sugar Ray in his prime could probably beat the shit out of all of us.
Probably
Hey,
so.
Tim
Yeah.
Meadows could probably beat the shit out of all of us.
Probably
He's,
so.
He's in pretty decent shape. If you needed someone shirtless on SNL, Tim Meadows would probably be like, I got a good body. What's up?
No.
But no, you are 100% correct. But he's really funny.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Okay, I'm gonna rewind the tape for a minute.
Okay.
The show to watch on Apple Plus or Apple
Lasso.
TV Plus
This Ted Lasso.
is Ted Lasso.
Sweet
No,
Christ.
no, it's called Watch the Sound, and there's a whole episode on there about sampling and how they went back and were digging through crates, old crates from the 70s,
Mhm.
and grabbing stuff. And it talks about the rise of the Akai MPC and how people were sampling and building stuff. It's freaking great.
No.
But that was what I was trying to get at. earlier.
Speaking of that,
How they
Watch
stole
remind
music.
me after this is over, and I'll play you some of the stuff. So, my stuff, I've got some new records. I don't know if they're ever going to come out, but Brenton Carney, John Carney's son from the chat, made them.
Nice.
And yeah, from the Unlikely Candidates, and it's actually super good.
Really?
So I was at the chat room like 3-4 months ago, maybe 5, and I was talking to him, and he's like, we just started trading music, and he's like, we should make some stuff. I want to make some hip hop records. I'm like, me, I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. I mean, I'm not expecting nothing of it. I mean, I've already failed in life anyway. Who gives a fuck, right? And so I meet up with it at his studio, and
You're
we
not
start
even
doing
30
stuff.
yet.
Wait, how old are you?
As a rapper, that's like 90. I'm 28, so that's
You're 28?
that's a
Yeah.
rapper.
Jesus.
That's
He's
like
not even
90.
30 yet,
What
and he's
the
already
fuck?
saying he failed in life.
Come on, man.
No, as a rapper, I have. I can do other stuff. I can do
No.
plenty of other stuff. But anyway, no, you're missing the damn point.
Okay,
Accept
yeah,
my
yeah,
joke.
no, no,
Accept
no,
my
hit it,
joke.
hit it.
I'm
Yeah.
37. I'm going to
Okay.
make $50 doing 25 minutes on Thursday.
All right, you're balling out.
No, you got to put a tip jar at the end of the stage, and you got to rake it in.
No, I'm at a
little
club. You don't do tip jars.
Yeah,
Really?
dude.
I'm at a
Yeah.
club. They write a check.
So we go to the studio, right?
Yeah.
And we start doing stuff, and we had a couple songs on. These are pretty good. I rap over it. I dipped pretty early because I was kind of tired. Then we came back, and he was like, "Hey, I want to get this NPC. You want to get in the Kai?" And I was like, "Dude, you're already giving me free studio time. I don't have any money to pay you right now, and you knew this beforehand, of course. Don't spend any of your own money to pay for some equipment to make some shit, and we don't even know how we're gonna sell it, if it's gonna sound good, and you don't even know how to fucking use an Akai, right?"
But they're fun as shit.
And he ignored me, and he bought one, and then
Oh.
within a weekend, he got it, I think on like a Thursday or Friday. By the time we came back Tuesday, he had learned everything about the motherfucker. He had studied
they're
and
not
learned
that
it.
hard to figure out.
This
It's just fun.
This motherfucker right here is making some great beats.
That's
He's
awesome.
so what I'll do is after this goes off the air, I'll play them for you. I'll
All
play
right.
a couple. I don't know how we're gonna play it. I
We'll
wanted
play
to
it
go
through
through the
this.
system,
We'll play through this.
There's enough wires.
but we can just hook it
Dustin
up
will
to the
play.
phone
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
and play some of the. Play some,
You got an iPhone,
it's
right?
the best stuff I ever made. Yeah, it's the best stuff I
Really?
ever made, and I'm very proud of it. It's so much better than all the stuff we shot before, all the
Yeah.
stuff I won awards before. It's so much better than that.
Ah.
Like legitimately, it's not even close.
That
Well,
sounds
now I'm
like,
horny.
That sounds like comfort. You got
Well,
comfort
know,
in your voice.
That's all right. Relax. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I want to ask you about someone else though, because comedy questions.
Okay.
So we talked about Tom Green and that awkward style of comedy, and what he did with podcasts. How he brought on like a wave of Adult Swim stuff. I feel like that kind of weird comedy that we accepted in the early 2000s. I didn't get it because I was born in '93. So
Okay.
03, 04, I was watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force and shit like
Yeah, yeah.
that. I didn't know what was
pause.
going on.
Pause. Because I'm obviously way older than you. Aqua Teen Hunger Force I didn't get what was going on
It
at
was
first.
hysterical.
I was like, what the
it was
fuck
a
is
mo-
going on with this?
So between you,
How many
and
drugs do I have
at
to
that
do?
time? I was probably like a year away from smoking my first weed.
Jeez.
That shit was made for me and my friends
Yeah.
right then and there because you had Aquatine, Squidbillies, Brack. So bringing back like Space Ghost because Space Ghost Coast to Coast,
Coast to
kinda-
coast, buddy.
and was able to open the door
Space
for all
Ghost.
that.
I
Space
didn't
Ghost
get that
are
one either. I'd be
Oh, no,
sitting there
as a
I'm like,
kid.
what the fuck is
I
this?
didn't have. We had Paragon Cable, which didn't have Cartoon Network, so I would go to and my every other summer we go to Florida where my granddad was part owner of a condo. Long story short,
Man, we got Juan
There-
going over here. Juan loves this shit.
the condo cable in Florida had Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And so
You're
I
like,
was there
"I don't
with
ever
my
wanna
I was there with my
leave!"
parents and like some aunts and uncles, and I'm everyone's asleep, and I'm watching Cartoon Network, and I'm just I'm like, well, fucking cartoons, I'm gonna watch whatever. And then Space Ghost Coast to Coast came on,
Greatness.
and I was kind of like, and again, I'm like 11 to 15 or something at that time. And I'm kind of like, what is them? Like, this is so weird because it's like fucking Mark Hamill and this cartoon are talking. And so I knew that
How
existed.
does this work? What's
And
going
then eventually we got Cartoon Network at home. And then I saw more of that. And then, I matured and grew up. And then you had all that shit, Aquatine, all those, periphery shows like that. And then eventually Tim and Eric.
on? Did you
became a
start
part of it
with
all.
Ren and Stimpy and all that?
I did watch plenty of Ren and Stimpy.
I didn't get. I'm
okay.
too young. I didn't get it.
That's what I was
felt
wondering,
it made
'cause
me
that's where-
feel.
That's where things started changing.
I understand. I
Ren and
felt the
Stimpy.
way I should have
I was
felt
born in '84.
because
so.
I like that type of stuff because that's why I feel like comedy or stuff like that should kind of make you feel slightly uncomfortable. Ren and Stimpy when I was like 7, 8, 9, 10 made me very uncomfortable.
Oh no, it grossed the
I
shit.
was like,
Yeah.
what is
When they-
this?
You had that, and then you'd have this like still close up with like a or something. It was
Yes.
just like a gross up of like a booger with hair sticking out, and it was very
Yeah.
detailed, and it was still
all real
and it-
monsters.
and then
Anybody?
yes,
Okay,
I
there we
watched
go.
that.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Which I love the concept. I can't remember if I enjoyed watching it.
They
Can't remember if it was actually like funny or not.
I don't know
like-
if it was fun. It was supposed to be scary, but so all real
It was
monsters
never
was-
scary.
All real monsters.
It was just like I always remember like the
Get
little
the guy with the
little
eyeballs
guy
in his
was
head.
holding
Yeah.
the eyeballs in his hand, his eyeballs, and he would just hold them and make facial expressions.
Hey,
And
wait
it
a
feels
minute.
like some
What-
people
what
just drew
is
out
this?
all real
I
monsters.
don't know this.
Look that up. It's worth
apostrophe
it.
or exclamation
Yeah.
points. Real
All real
monsters.
monsters.
It's
It was,
about these
it was a
monsters.
Nickelodeon show, but it shouldn't have been on Nickelodeon.
I mean,
Except
the
for Ren and
whole
Stimpy.
eyes in the
It
hand
should have been
thing,
on there.
That's Guillermo del Toro. That's Pan's Labyrinth. I mean, is
Look
that,
it up.
Did he steal it, or is that where it came from?
No, it's these guys. Hold on. Watch up on the screen. All real
Yeah.
All
monsters.
real monsters. That's
yeah,
what she
I
looks
don't.
like.
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember her.
I've never
that,
seen
that
it.
weird guy. and
Yeah,
the guy
but
with
that's
his-
totally Ren and Stimpy rooted.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
That's when Nickelodeon was going.
They were
They were
letting-
doing
They're like,
the
hey, we
adult
can
side.
bend this.
They were
wow,
letting
well,
anything
there's a
go
Sega
back
Genesis
then.
game for it.
Well, that's the thing is that
Back in the day,
Nickelodeon
yeah.
started Adult Swim, and then it broke off into its own little realm.
Yeah.
Would you say Nickelodeon started?
Well, they started the Adult Swim kind of
Nickelodeon.
genre.
Oh, okay.
The
So
cartoons
much,
that came in at late at night that were made for adults
Mhm.
because they were just so bizarre and
Yeah.
you know,
Crazy.
it was something to
Well, if you want to
Turn your
go
brain off.
this route, then you also have to throw in Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
yes.
And just because what's funny is my mom, like my parents weren't strict or religious or anything like that. My mom, totally okay with Simpsons, South Park. My mom bought me a South Park shirt, back
Wow.
then, like early, like season 1, 2. But she fucking hated Beavis and Butthead because I know their laugh annoyed the fucking shit out of her. Because she just, which I understand, because if you're
an adult, yes, I understand.
if you're an
completely.
adult and you're a mom and
God
in the
fucking
mid
damn it,
90s
she was-
and you hear this
Ugh.
that's the epitome of stupid, which I get it kind of is. As an adult, I can
It was
watch
so great.
and I'm so pissed that I'll never probably be able to see if there's some people just unloosen their fucking belts. I'll never be able to see their riffing on music videos, which I didn't appreciate as a kid
Oh, you
because
can't-
I wanted to see
Hold on.
them walk
Wait,
around
wait.
and do dumb shit.
You know, I used to have
Or them be in school and make fun of the teacher.
I used to
or
have
whatnot.
VHS tapes of just taped episodes of Beavis
back
and
when they could
Butthead
probably taped from the air.
from the air.
Oh,
Put a
see.
VHS tape and record the shows
Yeah.
because I would record it in 120 minutes. I had
Oh, okay.
record them both, and
They
had
that one
tapes of it.
played
It was
like
so great.
decent music videos, right?
It was
Like
all the
just-
alternative music.
Oh, okay.
Late at night on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I remember watching some 120 minutes.
So did y'all ever watch Frisky Dingo,
I remember that one.
which turned into Archer?
No.
Basically.
I never did. Also, I have friends that watched what's
Bob's Burgers.
No, I watched that.
I like Bob's Burgers.
It's on Adult
I fuck with
Swim.
Bob's Burgers.
It's about it's
Metalocalypse.
like Johnny Quest,
Oh,
Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers.
Never because they started exploding. There's more exponential amount of Adult Swim shows, and I just I kept up with the ones
It
I
started getting
did,
crazy.
and then I just couldn't.
That's
keep
where
up.
I got a little too like my sister and brother-in-law were watching all these crazy shows. Like, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, and I was like, I can't. There's
too many.
and there's too many, and it's gonna make me insane because all of these were written on LSD.
Yeah,
All of these cartoons were written on LSD,
Even
and
the
I'm gonna
promos.
short circuit
Even the commercials, the
1 minute promos. Oh my god!
even that shit was insane.
Yeah.
And I'm trying
Like,
to
what
keep
is
up
going
with
on?
and Squidbillies I fucking love. Like that was
It
just
grew on me. At
Oh,
first
it
said I
was-
didn't like it, but my mother liked it. Because remember, I'm like 13, 14. I mean, she loved
It's on
Futurama.
Hulu?
Oh,
She
okay.
loved
No.
Aqua Teen Hunger
You see
Force.
who it is?
Sounds
Yeah,
She
kick-ass.
loved all that type of shit.
Good old Apache.
And so at first I was like, this is stupid because I didn't like
Yeah.
the animation style.
Mm.
But then my mother would just be laughing
Yeah.
at it. So I'm like, the fuck is this shit? And then I'm
Oh,
like,
and fucking
I
once,
get it.
Once Granny, I got like when they're fucking getting raptured, it's like this is heaven. You're not supposed to get she's talking to Jesus, who's a squid too. Like you're not supposed to get rejected in heaven. And he's like, then it wouldn't be heaven for me. And it's just like the fucked up level of jokes.
So can we all agree that the best show on Adult Swim is Metalocalypse, right?
Oh, so good. I
fuck with
It's so fun.
Look,
you know what?
look,
Because
I can't say that it beat Aqua Teen or Robot Chicken though.
Robot Chicken's
But-
great.
and Robot Chicken, production wise, very good.
was
I think
great.
it was very cheap in
Yeah.
so many ways. And Seth
But
Green,
that's
driving
the
up
reason
the
it
wall.
was great.
cheap like
But-
as in they did it for a low budget, or cheap as like that was
No,
garbage?
cheap humor wise.
Okay,
it
okay.
was.
It's
No,
an
and that's
easy-
what's great.
easy
It is
catch.
easy humor.
Yes.
Yeah, but
But you're
you
doing
know
it with
what?
action
I think you have a
figures.
really solid case for Metalocalypse because you had Brendan
And Brendan Smalls.
Small, the music that became a fucking touring
No,
band.
we saw them.
Oh,
I went
no.
to-
Oh no,
yeah.
the posters
Oh,
upstairs.
Yeah, we went to House of Blues and
there
saw
was
them.
that.
Mastodon
Animation was-
opened for them.
Yes.
Yeah, so that shit was just it was next level because you had maybe some original shit for Squidbillies. I remember someone made a song called like Okie Chokie. I think Charlie Daniels wrote a song for Squidbillies, but Metalocalypse just the animation. I love the grand the Illuminati backdrop of that, and there's just the one thing that they couldn't control was the most popular metal band in fucking existence. The writing was really good.
Yeah.
And and the fact that Brendan Small created a fucking side band out of it,
Yeah.
and also wrote all this original
So-
music.
When we went and saw them, Jesse and I went and saw them, and Matt.
Then
and
did
who else?
Children of Bodom open up on that tour?
No,
No.
It
no,
sounded-
you're gonna hate this.
Who?
You're gonna hate this. So House of Blues,
Yeah.
High on Fire,
Oh.
Yes.
Let you tell us.
High on Fire, Mastodon, then Metalocalypse.
Oh, okay.
Or Death Clock.
Yeah, Death Clock.
Yeah, they
yes.
went by Death Clock. So, watched two badass bands
Yeah.
to open, and this was Crack the Sky
Yes.
time period.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it
hell
was.
yeah.
This was
perfect.
right when Crack the Sky came out.
Yeah.
So, and then the Death Album 2, right when Metalocalypse, or the Death Clock Death Album 2
Okay.
was out.
second season.
So, they come out and play with a screen behind them
Yeah.
Yes.
with everything being acted out, which in turn inspired my band, The Spectacle, to do it 2 Halloweens in a row the exact same way.
Mm.
We play to the band behind us.
Oh, okay.
The animated versions of us
Oh, nice.
behind us, and it's freaking great. The whole setup is great. But I was talking to Susie today. Metalocalypse came up, and we were both just talking about how genius it was
Oh, yeah.
because of Brendan Smalls is out there.
Yeah.
And how it doesn't matter what form of music you're in, just because it's a metal band,
Yeah.
they talk about everything that every musician has ever had to deal with. Like from the
And every character in the band is from a different
Yeah.
type of. You have the singer from Florida, which, if you
Yeah.
know anything, is the home.
Atypical.
the
The
home
origin,
of death metal.
the death metal, and American death metal.
American
the
death metal,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Then you have the Finnish or the Norwegian.
The Norwegian,
the
black metal, and the
Scandinavian
Scandinavians
guy,
guys.
and then,
yeah.
And then you're like your grungy, the bass player type.
Just the piece
even,
of shit bass player.
And you know what's funny is even like maybe like a week ago, I was just like quietly to myself. I just go, I do cocaine. It just the fucking Roxo is just kind of like
we had a Roxo at our last show.
Every rock metal trope out there. And even like making fun of acoustic, which I will do at Grandpa's guitars, you know.
But the thing is,
I
like
love
they
that
make fun of the stupid shit. Like today,
Yeah.
I was talking about how they make fun of the drink tickets.
Oh shit!
Like a band's giving drink tickets. What do we do with these? I don't know. What do we do? You know, and they're trying to figure out what to do with these.
Talk about just mixing out
tickets.
the bass, anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna mix out the bass.
That's when I knew that
they're making fun of.
Make fun of
everything.
bass players for a reason. I like seeing something much bigger than me do the same thing because I'm just kind of like good because that just indirectly backs me up on me being a dickhead and making fun of bass players, which started with me and Chris Donnelly going back and forth on Facebook. People thought we were actually fighting for a reason. I was like, no, he makes fun of me. I'm a comedian. I make fun of him. He's a bass player. So we just go back and forth. Like, there's a picture of him like tuning or something. I go, bass guitar. So easy. You only need one hand. I was like, this shit writes itself, man. It just writes itself.
I'll have to find you my pictures of me being in costume for our Death Clock show.
But I would say
so much fucking
Tim
fun.
and Eric, when they got
This is
into
what I'm trying to get to.
when they got into the Adult Swim
we
thing,
never get there, but I'm trying to get there.
they kind of
got insane.
They went to another level on
They
the
took the
sketch
Tom
side.
Green shit to a
Yeah,
whole other level.
there you go.
But you know who even went further? And this is my favorite one on Adult Swim that still technically airs? Eric Andre show.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit
Eric
is
and
so
Andre is ridiculous.
That was
God
definitely Tom
damn
Green
awkward, man. It's hilarious.
Tom Green sketch talk show, not talk show format looking. You know, Hannibal Buress off to the side, and just that dude has some fucking balls and
Like not just like because he does kind of like that public like Tom Green jackass humor, but also when the way he interviews people and the fact that he fucks with them for the moment they pull into the parking lot.
Yeah,
like he just like the people who have been on the show will be like you walk in there and sometimes we'll have like 100 degrees in the whole building. So you just start sweating. Like so, if it's cold out, if it's hot outside, it's 100. It's 100 degrees in there. If it's cold, if it's like hot outside, you don't have anything on.
Yeah,
it'll be like 50 degrees in there, so you'll be fucking freezing. They're fucking with you in the green room. They're dropping water on the ceilings. They're having PAs coming in every 2 to 3 minutes, asking what do you need, just to piss people off, just to annoy them. So when they get out there, they're already upset. Then they keep fucking with them. And then they interview him for like an hour and 40 minutes, and they only edit it down to like the top a minute and a half.
All this stuff I did not.
That's why it looks so crazy.
Because
it looks like when you watch the show, it looks like it goes from a 0 to 100, right? It's like you got a guy who's like all normal, and he kind of comes out kind of awkward, and then he just freaks out. But it's just like really, it's like no, you've been fucking with this dude for like 3 hours, and he's just like, fine, fuck it. He just
That's almost.
I did not know about the interview thing.
Go and watch it again now that you know that, because I've watched plenty of interviews around it, and it's you're just gonna be rolling even harder because it's like no wonder you reacted like that, motherfucker, because they've been fucking with you for 3.5 hours.
My favorite thing is like it's time to investigate 311, and it goes to 311. They just play a song. Nick Hexum's in like a straight jacket.
They had ASAP Rocky just come out one time. It's like just doing a freestyle. It's like random shit. It's like hey,
and that like Adult Swim and now sometimes random can be just weird and off the wall and not hit
and
well,
not good.
But also it can be super funny because it's random, and there's great things that can be gained from that. With like Tim and Eric, like that shit was just random and gross and all, but maybe really smart.
Weird.
Yeah, and weird, just weird and random. I think are the two words that
show, that format that you're talking about, where they mess with them and then they get out there and then they ask them or they interview them for like an hour or whatever, and then you only see the 10 minutes of it. Was that before or after the Ali G show? Because that's exactly what happened.
It was
after.
Because Ali G, that's what he did. That's what Sacha Baron Cohen did.
No. There you go.
No,
he would interview
sketch
them
comedy
for like
an
hour and a half or 2
that
hours. But you only saw the 10 minutes of the curveball questions that took people off guard.
Because because the thing is that's so hilarious. It's like because this is what Andre said. It's like when you start interviewing people in Hollywood, everyone's so fake. They got publicists, they're trained.
Oh no, you have to have trained answers.
But if you just keep pegging away at them for a couple hours, when they get tired, they're annoyed. When they've had a couple drinks, they start getting hungry. Then the real them starts coming out, and that's when you can get the real interview. And just fuck with
That's
them.
like the long way approach to what Sacha Baron Cohen did.
Exactly.
Like, I can just play this character, and they're going to the joke's on them for talking to a fake person, and just that's the joke. But Eric Andre's approach of these people are fake to begin with. I have to break down that fake wall to get to the inner piece of shit.
And he'd be fucking with the band, remember? Because he has a band on there too. He'd be fucking with them. He changed them every one. First it was the jazz, and it was pop. And then the last season they had an all Japanese band, and they were just throwing things at him and scaring him with explosives. I mean, they'd be mid performance, like, they just freak out because it's like there's no, and you can tell the reaction is so visceral. They're just like, what the fuck? Like you don't know what's going on in the show, and it is perfect. Yeah. When Blake Griffin went on there, who is Blake Griffin, a basketball player, 6'10", big, strong motherfucker. He came in at the end of it. Because it was the last season finale, I think, or near the end. He shook his hand and said, I've never been more nervous to do an interview than I was with you. Like, if this motherfucker, that big motherfucker was terrified because you don't know what's going on. Like,
he probably heard shit, too. It was just kind of like.
And it was all true.
He has a buddies that went on there.
It was all true. Like, it was Jimmy Kimmel. Andre said Jimmy Kimmel, he had a dude, like a PA, stick his finger up through the seat. And like basically trying to get in his asshole while he's sitting down.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, and fuck with him. But Jimmy Kimmel rode with it because he understood what was going on.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
But he had a PA he had a seat under the seat, and he was just in there just under just trying like digging in his asshole. God. Every now and then, not all the time.
I mean, what was Jimmy doing? Was he like trying to sit on it? Was
he was just like
scooting?
He was just like they didn't show a lot of it. They didn't show because it's like there's so much footage to take from. Tyler the Creator, like people crazy. Yeah. Tyler the Creator does well because Tyler the Creator knew what was going on. He just rode with it.
That's like his generation, though. That's his juice.
Jimmy Kimmel,
he's played
well.
That.
But all these serious people, like T.I., the rapper, went on. You know, he's a serious guy, and it was just hilarious. They fucked with him the whole time. They brought a naked PA out, like butt naked, and he was talking to him, and like T.I. got upset, and he finally just said, "Look, motherfucker, you need to calm down." And then he turned around, this is butt naked ass dude, and he goes, "Oh, fuck out of here." He starts walking. He goes, "Oh, wait, T.I., do you like Thai food? You get it? T.I. food?" And then he fucking knocked down like a vase. He's like, "Fuck out of here."
That's awesome.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's really great. I will say, from everything we've talked about, I do think scripted and
non-scripted?
What? Did you text me something? Oh, I see it. Okay.
You'll get it here in a second.
Scripted, I will always love prepared and scripted more than this, like,
off the cuff. Freestyling, basically.
Freestyle, prank. Let's boil it all down to pranky kind of humor. What the fuck? Oh my! That's great.
That was me as murder face.
Damn it, that's really good. Should be holding the bass though.
Well,
and
no,
playing it with your dad.
That was the intro.
Okay.
I'm posing like he does in the intro.
Okay, yeah.
The whole Death Clock
awesome.
intro.
But I will, like, as much as all that, everything we talk about has just cracked me up over the years, something like Chappelle, because it's very prepared and scripted and rehearsed. And if you go through all that, we build the set, run through it, and it's still some of the funniest fucking shit you've ever heard. Because, like, everybody likes, like Jackass, Tom Green, always fuck with his parents.
But Jackass is low level.
Oh, no, yeah, extremely.
No, it is. It's
no. Even like Bam Margera fucking with his parents, like Tom Green.
That's piss and fart humor.
Yeah,
it is.
And sometimes when
it's not that's not me, thank God. But like something like Chappelle, because it's so memorable.
Name another bit in history where.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready already.
Okay, where both white people and black people love.
And it's making fun of both of them?
That it's making fun of both of them down the middle.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Boondocks.
Ooh.
So we got to go to the Boondocks. Now, I know it's not a skit comedy show, but basically...
But that's Adult Swim.
No, that's
Boondocks,
pretty... Yeah.
Like 70% of the run is making fun of different aspects of black people
Yeah.
and white people, mainly in Tom.
And in
so
between.
Tom is literally Uncle Tom.
That's true.
He's
yeah.
he's
I
a
mean,
black
he's named
dude
that. Yeah.
that's well dressed. He has no
You're right.
connection to anything gangster or hood or
Is he? Oh,
traditionally
he's a
stereotypically
lawyer,
black.
white wife,
Right,
mixed
white
up.
wife,
Okay,
mixed-
okay.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot his
And,
character.
and
Okay.
he talks very proper,
Ah.
right, all the time. It's like, who accosted this man? Like, he talks
Yeah.
a lot like that. And it's like perfect because Tom Green is not only making fun of white people, but he's also making fun of black people, but for like 3 straight seasons.
But like the Chappelle Show did it constantly, and you throw in they make fun of Asian people every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, he takes that stab because it's just fun, and everybody was okay with it.
Yeah.
Everybody was fine with it, and everybody enjoyed it
Were
and
they?
laughed at it.
So I remember the interviews for
Hold
Dave
on.
Chappelle and for Boondocks, where
Hold
black
on.
people and white people were upset.
Most
They were
people
That's how you
that
know you're doing
aren't-
it right.
Somebody every time.
Right.
Okay,
Aaron
majority
Magruder knew what he was doing.
Majority of the people were. There's always going to be an uptight crowd.
Yeah.
There's always going to be your super strict, your fucking Westboro Baptist Church and your fucking Christian radical right that are pissed off at that
yeah,
shit.
but those are minorities.
Those are
Who
the
gives a shit about
minorities. For the
minorities?
the majority
In
of the
that
country, like
context.
you said earlier,
Yeah.
they watch the show and they go to work the next day and they talk about it in the
Yeah.
office or they talk about it at school, and because it just fucking was funny, and it was okay to make fun of
There we
everybody.
go. Uncle Ruckus, Boondocks.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus is even worse than Tom. I don't know why I think it was black
Oh,
people
yeah, yeah.
and white people. Black was a black dude that hated being black to the point that he constantly talked crap on black people. Sounded like the most racist version of a white person, but was black as shit. He was the darkest motherfucker on the goddamn show.
Mhm.
You know, the most stereotypical motherfucker.
And I love like
And because black people, we know there's this black people that exist that hate being black. They talk like that. We've all met one of those.
Yeah.
And white people laugh at it. Why? Because we all know a motherfucker that's just like that.
Yeah,
I was
well,
like,
no, totally,
John
you're right.
Witherspoon being grandpa, who is kind of like obviously old school black dude that been around a long time, but and he was kind of here's this voice from the past, but also he displayed like ignorance of the present, which I can't remember the kids' names, but you had like the older one,
Huey and Riley.
Huey, that
Huey
was the
pro-
voice.
the pro-black, conscious black dude.
Yes.
And Riley just loved
And
hip-hop
Riley was the new
hated gay people, wanted to be gangster, but wasn't gangster. He lived in the fucking suburbs.
He was going off with the newest trends, and then Huey kind of like be like, no, think about it, but you're young, you're young and ignorant, you're just going with the new hype thing. Yeah, I want to be a gangster, but he's not. But Huey's kind of I guess Huey was Aaron, kind of this is his world, and Aaron Magruder's the guy who okay, making
for the
sure
first 2 seasons. And
okay,
then
but he also
left.
started the comic strip. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was in I used to read comic strips as a kid, and before Boondocks there was Curtis. And, well, if I can bring up Curtis and somebody gets it, because I read all of them
remember
that weren't like the single panel like apartment 3G boring shit. I remember Curtis and his dad telling him to turn that.
Who's the guy? Who's the white kid? The tiger.
What
Calvin and
and
Hobbes?
Curtis?
Calvin and
oh,
Calvin
okay.
and Hobbes,
Cool.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That one
Okay,
was
I
great
can-
in its own.
I can add salt to this conversation. The Calvin Hobbes. Goddamn.
But the great thing about Curtis was that like there's all these different. Curtis would recycle storylines from time to time, but the weirdest thing about Curtis was when he's walking down the street, and they live like in Brooklyn, a place like that, Brooklyn, DC, whatever.
Yeah.
Brownstones, apartments, poor middle class. So Curtis would walk down the street with his younger brother, and he's like, "Hey, let's hop in this store real quick," and his younger brother would be like, "Why are we going to this hat store or something?" And they walk in. It's 3 panels, so I'm giving it more detail than it was. So they would walk in, and in Curtis's world, like there were these secret record shops, and he's just like, no. These record store owners have to disguise their record shop, or a bunch of parents, if they found out, they would get together and torch the place. I'm like, what kind of fucking universe is this? Where parents just find out a record store exists and get together and torch it mob rule style.
The one that
and
Tipper
probably-
Gore is president in.
They torch it Antifa style and get no repercussions because music is that underground. But I'm like, it's like 96 and I'm reading this. I'm like,
Tipper Gore
Is that like I guess is Tipper
That would have
Gore
been around
Backlash
that.
or
Well, it
something?
probably would have been earlier than that.
I was just like, that was so weird. I'm like, it makes more sense that they're in church making fun of church ladies' hats, but that was always a weird thing for me with the Curtis comic strip. To anybody that knows what the fuck I'm talking.
I remember Curtis and I remember Tipper Gore. That was body count when Tipper Gore became a name.
First off, it was Twisted Sister.
It wasn't Anthrax.
She went and got in a fight with Dee Snider. Speaking of going back to the beginning of the show, but that's when I turned my back on the left side of the government. Was because of that fucking whore, or as we said earlier, that fucking cunt.
Yes.
Or if we want to be really hardcore, that bloody cunt.
That bloody fucking cunt.
Back when they were very conservative Democrats.
I was trying to figure out, you're a Democrat, but you're censoring art.
Back then, it was great.
Interesting.
Back then, it was because it's like no Republicans are going to be like, well, it's their right to free speech. No, they weren't doing that.
She hated Luke Skywalker.
It wasn't. What?
You stopped it. What?
What?
You don't fuck with Luke?
Explain, older than me, man. Like
Two Live Crew.
Well, that's a given. I could see that.
She hated Two Live Crew and Luke Skywalker.
Oh no!
I fucking love Two Live Crew in the morning.
No, I completely understand the Two Live Crew.
Shake what your mama gave you.
But why did she? What was her reasons being against Luke Skywalker?
He's in Two Live Crew.
Oh
yeah. No, we're not talking about. No, we're not talking about Star
We're
Wars.
not talking about Star Wars.
I've already
We ain't
expressed
talking
how
about no
little
Star
I know
Wars.
about hip hop.
No.
You should have known when I was talking about
No,
Star Wars,
no.
man.
He
Luke
was
Skywalker was in Two Live Crew. Oh, be so horny.
No, I know
them?
the band.
Yeah.
I never knew any members.
No, like he was like the, I guess the front man of Two Live.
That's what
He
made
was
me
the most known.
stop my words.
And he had
'cause I
his
was just
own
like,
solo albums.
What
and
was
stuff.
her beef with Star Wars?
No.
If it makes you feel better, I was right there with you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm waiting for this intuitive knowledge I did not know
You're
about
giving me
Luke
way too
Skywalker.
much credit and ignoring how all the music I listen to. Like,
Yeah. Two Live Crew. She was.
I owned a Jurassic 5 album. I couldn't.
Of course
name
you
any of
did.
the people.
It's great.
Two Live Crew was what she really went after, and then it
I
was
like that
also
safe stuff.
Dee Snider went
Dee
and
Snider.
fought on Capitol Hill, and then it all fell
I do remember
apart.
that.
I remember.
That's when the birth of the explicit
And then,
content sticker showed up.
yes, and then Anthrax's amazing Attack of the Killer Bees record that has a song dedicated to Tipper Gore.
Yeah, it got a sticker, and then shortly after that, the biggest one that got a sticker that
Body
did
Count.
deserve it
Yeah.
was Body Count.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Iced-T.
yeah.
that was the dumbest fuck. I liked it when there was just it was actual sticker on the CD case.
Can
Cause
you
you're
take
just
it
like,
off?
Or they had to print it.
Or
They had to print it on.
yeah, there was
the
some.
album
It
cover.
was on the artwork.
Yeah.
which
Shout
was
out
kinda
to
like,
Uncle
fuck
Luke.
you. But
Sorry.
or it was on the case because you're just like, well, I got empty cases at home because I own CDs. So you just be like, fuck this. You just put
Yeah.
empty one.
Hey, check out my Barry Manilow record. with
Or-
my explicit.
Or does my dad have a razor blade in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Off. Gone.
Just get it clicking out. That's how you had to get like some of
Yeah.
the fucking actual other stickers off.
The ones now when I was underage buying explicit albums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was the
be
thing.
explicit
That
porn.
was a
We're
thing.
that old.
That's
that was a
that
thing.
old. That's a very weird thing. So what you do is you take a black marker and black in the box in the corner if it was printed to the artwork.
Oh,
Take a black Sharpie.
That
and-
way you're.
Yeah.
And then put it
That
in
way,
with-
if your mom saw it, you
Yeah.
know. I didn't have a problem with my mom seeing it. It was my best friend's parents.
Oh, okay.
They would lose their shit if they saw an explicit sticker.
Explicit!
The crazy
like-
thing is like that's not gonna stop it.
No.
Unfortunately,
No,
his
no,
parents,
that
parents
adds-
didn't
that
realize
adds
it's
to
like when the culture changed to the point and everything, the technology was coming up. It's like it's way beyond you, man.
Here's the thing.
it's way
Yeah.
beyond you.
Growing up-
I'm glad that didn't last that long. 'Cause
Growing
just
up, it
kinda
was
like-
fun to
It's
see.
way beyond.
Pearl
Yes.
Jam had an explicit sticker because it said "fuck" twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
ZZ Top
In the whole album.
had to
There-
put
I
one-
get it.
ZZ Top had to put one on one of their records.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like
the
what
sexual
fuck?
metaphor
No,
was
they-
a little too.
They used the
on
word
the
shit.
nose. Oh,
The word
oh.
shit was in the record, and they had to put eventually
Not like.
afterwards. They had to
Oh.
put a sticker on there for.
Because they're really good about like shooting a load on a girl's face.
Yes.
And not saying
Oh yeah,
that.
no pearl necklaces and all that. It's nice and hidden content, but as soon as you say the word shit,
Oh god, that's.
Or
when you
no,
find out
that
what
was
a
another
pearl
one.
necklace is, and the next time you hear that song, you're just like, these fucking guys.
They're smart. They're the greatest ever.
Dire Straits,
I
same
kinda
thing.
like it though. I like my
They
section.
used the word Farragut, and they had to put a sticker on their record.
That's
No, I
right.
get it. I
They
get
did
it.
on Money for Nothing.
Yep.
They did have to put
You
one
said
on.
a word tonight that would be on a sticker
What, did they say he's a millionaire? Or
for little people.
Right
say
there.
I did?
Little,
Yeah.
When?
because
Early, right at the
No.
start.
the band,
you did.
the band Dope
I don't
covers
mind, bro.
that
I don't
song.
care. It's just
Uh-huh.
I think, yeah.
Dope did a bunch of badass covers, and then
Everything
one
is
of them
just
turned
so
out to
bad.
be a child molester. So
I can't
Oh,
help
really?
it be bad.
Because they
Or-
covered "Spin Me Right Round" or something.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
weird.
no,
the
that was,
guitarist from Dope slept with an underage girl.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
I
So,
think
so
it's what
did
it was.
Steven Tyler. So did. Oh, I'm
'Cause-
sorry.
Well, that was in the
So did-
70s. Is
let me-
okay.
So did the
Another
guitar player
thing
from,
they
Static
stole
X.
from Black
It was the guy that went to Static X.
Goddamn
Same guy.
right.
Uh,
Goddamn right.
So I'm listening, whatever, Audible, whatever you want to put that category in, to a book called Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA in the 60s.
Okay.
And that seemed to be a big thing with musicians and
Yeah.
artists in the 60s.
They were tearing up young chicks.
Just bang young chicks
Young
everywhere.
vagina.
It
They
doesn't
just loved
matter.
it.
You
They
didn't
just
ask
loved
age
it.
back then. You were just like,
yeah.
hey,
So
If she looked like she
after
was
the
good,
fact, you're like,
you hit it.
she didn't. I didn't ask for an ID. She didn't show me an ID.
she's got boobs. Let's go.
Blame our door guy for the
Yeah.
backstage. Our backstage door
It's
guy.
very
you know.
like crazy.
Yeah.
No,
Very
I don't
crazy.
think it
And
is.
it's like Susie last week was sat in with me and we were talking
Is
about
Susie
it.
still in there? She gone? No, she's gone. She hasn't commented.
You know,
She's
I
gone.
could see how you say
But-
it wasn't that with all the fucking and drugs that they were doing, that a 14-year-old slips into that, who
Well, there's
probably
a
doesn't
l-
look body-wise like a 14-year-old.
Especially
I'm not
back in the
defending it,
70s.
man.
Especially back in the 70s, people were aging bad.
Hey, but in that
And they were happy something looked young.
Yeah.
hey, in that Tate house, there was a lot of orgies happening.
Yeah.
Hell,
all
fuck
the
yeah,
time.
my favorite type of orgies.
And people
when
just
they happen.
rolled up in it. What? Like when you're
When they happen. Anytime they happen. That's my
Anytime they
favorite
happen?
type of orgy.
how many orgies you been in?
None. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
You're
I got-
young.
I
You're
got,
young.
I got offered one in Japan, but it didn't happen.
You'd have been the
You're
biggest
like,
dude there.
oh, not diverse enough.
Yeah.
Is that culturally okay over there in Japan?
And they're very
They're being
sexually
orgy.
open due to the
Oh,
fact
really?
that
No, they are.
the porn industry that happened. So there's a documentary. Speaking of shows, so Netflix, watch Naked Director. So there's a guy over there. It's called like the God of Porn, right? So he basically took pornography, which is super legal. He went to jail a bunch of times, protested, and he started making money with it, and he brought it to the mainstream. That's one of the main reasons. It started in Sapporo. It's one of the main reasons, which is like, so you got the main island of Japan. I know a lot
Yeah.
about Japan. Main island of Japan, and then you have Sapporo, which is like a large island above it. So it started up there. And so basically what they started shooting porn, and they had a lady named Kuroki, who was one of the biggest porn stars back in the 70s and 80s. And she basically, I mean, she was told feminine, what would be a feminist today. She had hairy armpits, all that. I'm very sexually open. Yeah, I like sex. It's cool that women like to have sex. Whoop, whoop. And they brought it to the mainstream, and they fought for it. And eventually, it was hard, but they won. And so they started shooting porn. And he made a porn empire off of it, basically. And so
All blurred out penetration, though, right?
Yeah, did they censor it?
Yeah, I
very
know.
digital.
It's one thing I've
Pixelated?
always.
yeah, it's crazy that people like Japanese chicks so much because like the genitals are blurry as shit. As a man who's had sex with Japanese chicks, they're all blurry, even in real life.
So, like, when
That's not an effect on. Yeah, that's not an effect.
So wait
It's
a second, 'cause
that's just
I've-
a natural haze.
I've never
That's-
had sex with an Asian woman.
You've been
so-
fucking up.
So you pull her panties off and it just goes straight to
digitized.
pixelation.
Straight blurry. It's like, God damn it. My dick too. Just went, fuck. Here we go.
Damn it!
This ain't hot. Am I even hard?
It's not one of those things like you get close and it
No,
goes
it's just like-
pixelating. It's just
instantaneously.
automatically.
Wow.
Okay.
So like you
It's
drop your drawers
actually-
and your Commodore
It's
64?
actually a sexually transmitted disease that
Yeah.
only affects
It's called the blurred
the
effect.
Japanese.
So that's better
Woman.
than it just becoming cartoon.
Yeah.
All of
I
a
don't
sudden.
know,
You
dude.
pull your panties
Way-
off and it becomes
way
cartoon.
better.
and you're like,
Cartoon can like add a couple inches.
Right.
yeah,
But
Eh?
anyway,
And
I'm
a couple
saying
of
they're very
tentacles.
open over there.
Dang.
They know in Japan they have vending machines that sell porn stars' panties.
Yes,
Yeah.
sex items.
Porn
Vending
stars can
machine.
have normal jobs too.
Well-
They do porn and they do like they're a news anchor, and it's not like weird. And here in America, it's like once you're a porn
No.
star, you're in this
Yeah.
this category. You're basically a whore.
America
real.
is the worst.
But in Japan,
country.
it's like she does porn on the
We
side.
thought
she's
you were
real
hot on Boy Meets World, but now you just do porn.
But yeah, but also it's like she's a newcaster.
You don't remember
she's
her?
pretty good.
Later
She's a normal
seasons of Boy
person.
Meets.
No, I do. I know
She's
who you're
the
talking
HR
about.
rep
Okay,
at work,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
she does porn on
Yeah,
Saturdays.
it's not as weird over there.
I go and check out Maitland stuff every once in a while.
Oh, dude, it's still crazy that it's the one.
It's
the
weird.
one person we have. You're just kind of like, holy shit!
Huh.
And it's not like it was leaked. You have multiple videos.
It's like
You
if
wanted
Candace
people
Cameron
to
did
know
it,
this.
you'd be like, huh.
Was that DJ Tanner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
like
it
all of a
would
sudden,
be.
Candace Cameron just started
Although,
doing full
We
hardcore
didn't-
porn. And
But
you're
the
like,
thing is, we
oh.
didn't see. Was it
He
her
didn't
name
invite
Madeline?
me?
So we saw
Madeline
her
Ward.
already in like her college age.
Yeah.
That was the character she was portraying, so it's not as jarring.
She was in Boy Meets World. She was the
Yeah.
redhead that was a friend of.
Really, I did not know this.
So
she does
later
hardcore
seasons,
porn now.
It's not Topanga. Stop, Laura. It's not Topanga.
as
Come on.
much as we
Wish
want
it
that
was
to be.
Topanga.
If it was Topanga, I'd never leave my
Topanga was
house.
dumb hot, dummy thick for the
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, yeah.
For the 90s, dummy thick.
All right, so here's the question.
Laura Doss, look up was it
Topanga
Madeline Ward, I think. is her
Topanga.
name.
or Kelly Kapowski?
What about Christina Applegate?
No, those are the
Okay,
two.
all right.
Those are the
She
two I'm throwing in
played
there.
a whorish type character. Let's say slut.
No, I like Topanga because I feel like we're talking about not the Topanga the person, although the Topanga
Not the person. We're talking about the character.
the character.
You got
right.
Topanga
'Cause
or
we-
Kelly Kapowski.
Here's the thing about it, Topanga. See, if you get a down ass chick like Topanga, that early on in life, that's cool. That's like that's your lady. You going to college, y'all still together. That's the one you got to pick, man. You can't be messing around with these horse.
Kelly Kapowski was
Kelly
that way?
Kapowski seemed maybe a little high maintenance because
Yeah.
she's just hot cheerleader,
Yeah,
very one dimensional.
absolute Topanga.
then-
Topanga's smart. She can do taxes.
I'm just talking about her character.
I'm talking about character, but you go to college years, she's very loose and open and likes to have fun.
Well, who fucking? I barely watched Saved by the Bell college years. I remember. You know, what I remember from that the fucking
Screech.
former MFL guy.
Rest
that was
in peace,
their
Screech. He's
dorm
dead.
Guy that was their dorm dude.
Screech is super dead.
Did you ever watch his porn?
Unfortunately, apparently had a huge dick. That's what I heard.
Really?
I heard it was
never.
huge.
I never seen it. Never. wanted
He
to.
likes to
But
draw mustaches.
he liked. He's dead. You know he died, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
liked to draw mustaches.
The dude from the dude who plays Screech died of cancer.
Oh, I met him. Yeah.
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 He was at Hyenas Arlington, and he like, this is what sucks. He was kind of a dick, but
He's kind of known for that.
That's
also
all I've
that's
ever
what
heard.
sucks about
Yeah.
like when someone's kind of a dick, and you're like, they're dead. That sucks.
Still
Yeah,
dicks.
today.
That's like 90% of
He
musicians.
wasn't.
That's like James Brown. We're
Yeah.
bringing him up again. Look, James Brown beat all three of his wives, did crack, paid,
Well, they shouldn't have talked back.
didn't pay his musicians when you were back in the day
No,
when
he
you're
was a
making.
dick.
He didn't
Oh.
pay any of them.
That's like Chuck
Anytime
Berry.
they would mess up a little, he
Chuck
docked
Berry,
their
famous for
pay.
that.
But if he messed up, which he messed up a lot because he was high on fucking crack and
Yeah.
cocaine, nothing would happen to him. He'd be like, he was a piece of shit.
Have y'all
really.
seen the
He
clip
was an asshole.
of him? It's like him getting interviewed, and it's
Yes,
my buddy,
sir.
My buddy of mine, it would be like an
Yes,
inside
sir.
joke. Adamute Katamushe. And they're like, yeah, James. All right. He's like, yeah, feel good. Make love good.
They used to play
Doing
that on
good.
Stern all the time.
Adamute Katamushe.
When he did that
Hilarious.
interview,
It's hilarious.
then they would play that all the time after that. Like, what is going on with this? It's like he's high as fuck.
Yeah.
He was on crack.
He's
clearly.
gone.
Like fucking, well, I think it was Jordan. Jordan Peele redid that skit, and he didn't change anything about it. He just
Oh, my
redid the
God.
skit.
Yeah.
Watch that when you go home. He redid it, and he didn't.
Okay.
He just memorized it line for line because it's so bizarre that it seems like a
It's
skit.
weird.
But because he was just so high, it's ha ha, fuck.
and then, like,
Yeah.
at the end of it, he's like,
It's just
he just starts singing, Living in America. And he's all like,
so high.
gone. It's so
I wonder
awesome.
how many people like they're like were kind of like, hey, because obviously they got backup things they can do. How many people are just kind of like, he's fucked up, but do I
Do
Where-
I stop?
where do we
do we
What
pull
do
the
we do?
do we
we hit
pull
the
the
pause
interview?
button?
Do we just
yeah.
pull it? Just
what
go
do we
to
do?
something else?
Where,
You know,
what do we do here?
I swear,
I don't know
like
what to do.
it went through 3 people. They're just kind of like, yeah, I'm
It's
probably
James
pulling like a
Brown.
Simpsons. Like, no, let him go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get fired.
Man.
How long we gonna do the show? I'm not mad at this, but like normally you cut it off early. This is weird.
No, we're still doing good in time, and we haven't even touched anything on my list. That's what's great.
We're probably not gonna at this point. Just
well, the only
accept
thing
it.
I want to talk about was Bonnaroo being canceled.
That makes sense.
I saw
It was this
a
weekend.
comic out of Indianapolis. I saw him post that, and then right below that, this is literally 4 minutes apart. The band Baroness was like excited to play Bonnaroo this weekend, and then somewhere else the next day, and I was just
You're like,
screen capped it, but then I was like,
we were just
nobody
kidding.
tell Baroness.
They're still going to show up.
And then I looked up Bonnaroo. I was like,
Well, I figured it
that
was
was
going
just
to be
a weather thing, right?
Yeah, it's just weather. It's not
Yeah.
COVID related because the hurricane blew through there, Ida, and it just made everything
Can
wet.
we talk
and they're
about
just
this?
like, no.
We need to talk about.
Are you a fan of NOLA?
Hold on, I'm about. Let's
Are you
do this?
Are you a fan of
One
NOLA?
of
about to come out pro
one-
hurricane.
One
He's
of
gonna
my
be
main
sliced.
producers. You know what? I am pro hurricane.
Oh,
And I'm gonna say this is gonna be some shit. I feel like I'm
Shit.
gonna get played.
So
this
you
a long
celebrate Katrina's anniversary
time. Listen to this
this
shit.
past
I never
weekend.
said that.
You made a cake.
I never said that.
Yeah, king
A
cake, with a
Superdome
little,
cake.
little hurricane baby inside.
my main producer is from Louisiana, and I've talked to him about this. And I was telling you earlier before we started the show,
NOLA
There
or
are-
outside?
Where
Where he's from.
And no, he's from NOLA. He's from
Okay.
New Orleans. But here's the thing about Louisiana as a whole: we have places in the world that deal with hurricanes a lot, right?
Yeah. Florida.
We have levees and there's dikes around the world.
Whoa,
that
I
deal
don't
well
think
with-
you can use that word anymore.
Well, they're actually dikes, though. No, stop.
I don't think you
they're
can use that
actually-
word
they're
anymore.
the best context possible.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean that. So they actually have stuff to help against
yeah.
storms. I think
Yeah.
it's Denmark. All right, they get hit with storms a lot, right? And they have a plan.
Not hurricanes though.
They have a plan for 1,000 years for this stuff, and they plan it, and they gotten really good at protecting themselves against it, right?
Yeah.
So New Orleans, you know what they plan? Not New Orleans, but Louisiana. You know what they plan for? Every 100 years.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, something they don't do: spend money on infrastructure to fix
Yeah.
this shit. And I'm sick of this shit because here's the thing. This is what I'm really mad at. It's the
President Bush hates black
It's
people.
the rich people that are cool, right? All the poor people floating around in fucking boats looking confused. This had nothing to do with
the
them.
Cajun
I have nothing
Navy.
to do with those
Yeah.
motherfuckers. But it's just like, so we know this is a problem, clearly.
Well, here's the problem.
But we don't want to fix it.
You know who we can blame? You blame the fucking pirates. They're the ones. The pirates and the French are the one who built New Orleans, and they decided to build a city 15 feet underwater.
do you think
But-
they knew that?
Isn't it the French Quarter that's built on like high enough land and doesn't really get
No.
the worst
No.
part?
No, the
Okay,
whole
okay.
place in New Orleans
It's a
it gets
swamp.
Because I
flooded.
thought there was a part of New
Like,
Orleans that was
legit.
like built
No.
like
And I don't hate none of y'all from New Orleans. I
No,
love for y'all.
I've-
I'm defending y'all. I'm just sick of because how can you guys make so much money off just casinos and liquor and partying alone? But yet, for some reason, we can't fix the fucking. We
It's
can't fix
greed.
the levees.
Well, that's greed.
Well, I mean, they
This-
bury people above ground.
Get
Don't
the
live
fuck outta
there.
here.
So here's the
the
thing.
fuck
Have you been
outta
to New
here.
Orleans?
Technically or actually.
Actually.
I've been there.
Have you
I-
been there and spent time there?
I didn't
in
die.
a hotel
thank
room with
God.
my sister when I was 8.
It's okay. Well, that's when you're 8. You
Yeah.
don't.
So,
You're not
I
you're not
hate
of
questions
age to
like-
have fun with
Exactly.
things.
I hate questions like that. 'cause
But
I'm
when
just
you're
like,
driving around, or you
no.
get to you're like driving down the street and you look at the end of the street and you realize, oh, that's the ocean 20 feet higher than we are. It's very odd,
Yeah, I bet.
very strange.
Yeah,
And then you have the Mississippi River just ripping through the middle of fucking everything that
I've always
has levees all
yeah,
around
and,
it.
and many
at what
forks
point
and
do you
fingers.
just stop
Yeah.
having any kind of heart? You're just kind of like, why did you build a fucking city there? And it's like, what sucks is you can't blame the people living there now. They
No,
don't do it.
no.
That's the thing. You got to blame the pirates and the French.
You can blame everyone that's moved there.
And this is why I'm pro hurricane. I'm pro hurricane because fuck those rich people that are clearly taking money
Yeah.
and not fixing the shit. Because we do have technology that everyone has access to make sure that it won't be anywhere near this bad, right? But they're not building anything. There's nothing planned.
But here's my other
Is
thing.
4 people
Now,
dying?
I'm pro
progress?
hurricane. I'm for
No,
the
Isn't
rich
that
people
the death
dying.
count?
I'm on his side. I'm pro hurricane too because as someone that spent a few times down in New Orleans and down in the French Quarter.
Hey, you got work for it though.
No, well, here's the deal. It needs a hurricane every once in a while just to clean the fucking place up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have to-
shit.
You
Let's-
have to blast. the-
We gotta. When you wake up
And
in the
there's
morning
piss
at
in
6
the air.
a.m. and there are 7 people going down Bourbon Street with a truck following them full of water,
Oh,
and they
just-
have sprayers and they're just spraying down the street to clean it up. because the night of what happened on that street the night before.
Yeah.
It needs a hurricane every once in a while to clean everything up.
And you don't wish that on Florida because it rains all the time. So there's what's the fucking
don't
Well,
really
Florida
give a
has
shit about
alligators,
Yes.
and
I
just
it's got plenty of other shit to
and a
take
heavy
care of.
level of stupidity.
And rain every
So-
30 minutes, so you don't need
And
that shit.
the places I care about in Florida are pristine clean anyway.
yeah,
No,
there are beaches all
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like Disney. I like, I
Orlando's
like
a
Universal.
resort.
Orlando. NASA's pristine clean.
Oh, of course.
They got people. I mean, those are the things I care about. Cocoa
Yeah.
Beach, that's cool.
And Florida's just kind of been like hurricane. Oh, what is it? A Friday?
I don't go down to Miami. There's too many Cubans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I totally agree. Not enough Puerto Ricans though.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Although I want to go to Cuba so bad.
I love my Puerto Rican people, but look, man, every time I'm around them, I'm like, all right, gotta be prepared to get stabbed tonight.
How many times have you been stabbed by a Puerto Rican?
Attempted 3.
I'm not partying with you and Puerto Ricans anymore then.
Was this all in Florida?
No, it's Texas. They're here too, unfortunately.
Jesus. God, okay.
Maybe I should be a comedian, bro.
Okay, Governor Abbott.
Hey, you can get a. Okay, I followed. I'll follow this guy at the Addison Improv a few weeks ago named Alfred Kanga.
Mhm.
He's from Africa.
Oh, fuck.
He got away with some of the most racist shit that not even your edgiest white comic could. And
So
maybe-
basically, Bill Burr.
What is he?
No.
What was he? What race was he?
He was black. He's from
black.
Africa.
Is he?
Alfred
He's
Kanga.
from fucking Africa. He's chocolatey as shit.
No, no,
He
I
did
didn't
be
hear that
from
part.
South Africa.
So,
South
I had
South
to-
Africa's
I had
got
to
a lot of white people.
follow- I had to
Unfortunately.
follow him. He had a
Bastards.
joke about
British had to colonize it.
being at an airport and an Asian lady who he gave her the name. I'm not sure if this is true or not. He gave her the name Ah Chu. She's, of course, someone says her name. Someone thinks somebody sneezed. Blah blah blah. Jokes about COVID. But the whole basis was that he was at the airport. Asian lady named Ah Chu. And then he ended his set, and he also went over his time. I'm sitting there waiting because I know he went over his time because they have a countdown timer at the Addison Improv. He ended his joke about a very long-winded joke about Mexicans and landscaping or something like that. And then
That's why they're here.
he told a joke about telling the joke in El Paso, and the owner saying you need to leave out the back of the club because they're ready to beat your ass. And
Holy
then
shit,
he
really?
doubled down with like another punchline about something or other. And I'm like, and it murdered, man. It fucking murdered because most of the crowd was there to see him and the girl that followed him, Kalana Spiller, who's fucking hilarious, hadn't done a show in a year and a half. And the first 45 seconds of her act was her dancing to her intro song. And Kalana she's a very funny
45
black
minutes?
woman, lesbian.
Oh.
So I went up there. So obviously, most of the crowd's there to see both of them. So most of the crowd is black. I'd say like 65%. And so Kalana goes up there, fucking murders because she hadn't done a show in over a year and a half.
So she was
Alfred
waiting.
brought people. He murders. So I go up there. I'm like, this is what I have to follow. So I go up there, already knowing I don't think most of this crowd's going to understand my bullshit about giant Jenga at bars. And, so I went up there. I was just like, well, guys, this is embarrassing. Everything Kalana and Alfred were talking about, that's what I was going to talk about. Because Kalana talks about being a lesbian and pegging or having sex with a strap-on. Alfred's talking about a bunch of racist shit that only a black African guy from Africa can get away with in America.
Racism.
And so I had to acknowledge the very awkward. I'm like, everything they talked about, I was going to talk about. I'm like, so I guess I have to make some shit up. And
Did it work?
No, the intro was great. And then I started really good and kind of lost them a little bit.
Did they
just
get the
'cause-
dick watch?
Huh? No, I didn't do
How
that.
many
I haven't-
dick
I-
bitches did you fuck though that night?
Probably
Ooh.
just the one I lived with later
Oh,
on, a few
fuck.
nights later, because
So
it was a late show, so she was already asleep when I got
God
home.
damn
It was
it.
11:30 show. I got home around 2 something.
I got a few things I want to hit on before we quit.
Oh,
before we
Christ.
end the show.
Before you hear these records.
So
Yeah.
I've talked about on the show in the beginning of 2020 when I caught COVID.
Mhm.
The reason I caught it because I was out in California at NAMM. And-
Which wasn't shit that year.
Got
And
COVID before
no, it was actually
it was
really
cool.
good.
Yeah, you got.
Make sure to tell people that you
Yeah.
caught it before they had a test.
You need
Yeah.
to have that on
This
a
was-
shirt.
before it had barely had a name.
This
need to
was
have a shirt.
January of 2020. So at NAMM every year they have Dime Bash, and I've talked about the show. I've shot a video of Sebastian Bach from Skid Row singing "Cemetery Gates."
Underrated, by the way, as a singer. He can really sing.
No, he can wail.
Like
Unless you
legitimate.
watch this version of Cemetery Gates.
Ah.
But on there
course.
is Matt Stubbs Love Courtney playing guitar. And I get this, and she's playing guitar and she's ripping. She's playing she's a follower and worshiper of Dimebag, right?
Just the one in Iron Maidens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's a badass. She's freaking phenomenal at guitar. So the other day, like Saturday, I get this comment. And this is the most watched video I have on my YouTube page. It's somewhere like 16,000 or some bullshit views. You know, it's shooting through the roof. But I get this this comment, and I thought it was kind of funny. I support female musicians, but not on this type of scene. Rock and metal is for men. This is the only masculine genre we have. Please don't allow
masculine.
Please don't allow female infestation and take it away from us.
Is rap not the most male-dominated, dick-swinging ass fucking genre on the planet?
How about country?
Yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of good women country, but it's
I'll put the fist up.
I think all forms of music are pretty male-dominated.
Industrial.
Definitely,
Yeah,
industrial.
definitely. No, you know what? Classical.
Genitortures.
Classical. All them Asian chicks that learn to play the violin.
Will you hand me the ice bowl again?
Absolutely.
The water bowl.
Oh, is it water now?
I went to high school in Irving, Texas. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Our valedictorian and salutatorian.
Every
both
fucking
Chinese.
Lin or Chu
Oh,
or
Nguyen.
Yamamoto. Yeah, they all
No
play
win.
the shit.
Yeah, when I went to Haltom High School, dude, when you open the yearbook for Haltom High School, and now there's tons. It's a 3-floor, 3-wing school. It's huge. 2.5 pages. Maybe it was 2 pages. Nothing but Nguyen's.
Mm.
The start top to finish, side to side, Nguyen.
Well, that makes sense. You have Altum City.
Yes,
And
but still,
the
graduating class, 350, 400 people.
What's the best shit we got here? We're going to take a shot or something.
are you straight? No coke? No, nothing else?
Do I have cocaine?
No. You're not.
Coca-Cola, man.
You're not. Do you want something? You're not mixing it with anything?
Yeah, no, I do. I want to
No.
try it. Try some good. Try top shelf shit. The show's ending now. It's DJ
So
Chocolate
anyway, I
Thunder.
thought
Come-
that was kind of funny.
Come to the show. The Quiet Storm Quarter.
One other thing I want to throw by y'all is the Texas laws that go in effect tomorrow morning,
What's
or in
the
just
laws?
a couple hours. Did you know there are?
So,
Is
I
this
heard about-
convenient?
I heard
There's
about one.
666 new Texas laws going in effect
Yeah.
at midnight tonight.
What?
What law? Write that on the calendar.
Are you into numerology? Is that
What
weird?
the fuck's going? No, I'm not in that bullshit. I'm not in no
Only
astrology.
if you give it power.
No.
Will it have power
But what
over
are
you.
the fucking laws? So I need to start doing white face to protect myself, or what's going
Yes.
You need to wear a Jimmy hat. That's what you gotta do.
on?
The biggest one is the permitless carry. Texans age
That's
21
the
or
blackest
older.
shit I've heard.
Texans age 21 or older are allowed to
Give
carry
blacks
guns. You're allowed to carry a gun without training or license as long as they are not legally prevented from doing so.
Which means everybody have a strat because we popping Glocks in this motherfucker.
Which means, there's going to be a lot of meetings at high noon.
Yes. Or
Where
just
you're bringing old school Texas back.
all right, let me tell you what's gonna happen in basically every black community. I'm gonna break this down in the scene.
Pop,
All right?
pop, pop,
No,
pop,
you
pop,
ready
pop,
for this
pop.
shit? Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say to me, son? You don't fucking know me, B. What? Then
Pop, pop, pop,
pop, pop, pop. But it's not gonna sound like that. It's gonna sound more aggressive.
Well, I always do it from I'm always about 2 or 3 blocks away, so it always sounds like pop, 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 pop,
Where the
pop,
fuck
pop.
do you live here?
I'm in stop 6.
This is stop 60.
No,
for work.
where we can work.
I
Oh,
work right there.
yeah.
My main central office is just right there by Texas Westland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that area, yeah.
yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I
It's
work.
usually a couple blocks. Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's just say Ayers and Avenue
They're
J.
trying to gentrify the place, but those
No.
damn pesky
Good
blacks
fucking
won't let it
No.
be.
You know it's pushing you out.
Mexicans?
Yep,
Yeah.
they're taking over that area,
Man, let them have it.
and they got horses in their backyard. That's
Yeah, and
fucking
chickens.
crazy.
Like, you'll be in
Chickens.
Stop 6 and you'll literally see a motherfucking Mexican rolling around a goddamn horse.
You won't
like,
be in Stop 6
legitimately, just
anymore. Hey, when's the last time you've been in Stop 6?
Like 2 weeks ago when I saw my grandmother.
When it was bulldozed?
The whole spot was not bulldozed.
Almost. Well,
Almost.
all the apartments are.
So do I win or do I win?
It's fucking crazy though, right? Was that shocking?
Look, I know
When
what
I
you,
drove over there.
I know what you white devils do.
We're trying to push you guys out.
Eminent domain. That's a white domain.
You want to go gold?
Hell yeah, it's a
I'll
little
go
shot.
gold.
You can
I'll
do
go
it.
gold with you.
A
You
little
can do it.
shot.
Oh, dang. He broke out that bottle.
Just a little shot. I'm not gonna mix it with nothing. We gotta try this shit. Hey Susie, if you're still listening, tell your daughter to respond. She's working so hard. I need her for actual work.
Anybody else want to taste a gold?
I'll do a
It
taste.
smells good as
I
shit.
don't need a taste.
I don't need a drink, but I'll do a taste.
This is gold right here. So, abortion restrictions, which I don't think any of us have any room to talk about on this show.
Man, let them do
So
it.
we'll just pass
Is
that.
that why you're telling Susie to have her daughter call you? Is
No,
that-
well, that's funny because Susie's daughter works with sperm.
Yeah.
And stuff. But no, I need it for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I need, I
whoa,
need
whoa.
it.
Stop. Wait.
Wait.
What?
You don't just throw that out there.
She's the doctor. She's not a whore or something. She does stuff.
She doesn't just work with sperm. That's a weird way to put it.
Yeah, that's
She
not
just
on the application.
Plays with it and see like it does. It is
Like,
sticky.
She puts
Like
it in
it's
the
a
mold.
slinky?
She makes little chest
Day
pieces.
5002.
Cheers,
still
you
sticky.
bastard.
Cheers, sir.
Brian,
Cheers.
you funny cunt. Yeah, you funny bloody cunt.
You bloody cunt.
Ah.
Bloody hell. of a good
There's
time.
a Star Spangled Banner Protection Act.
Oh goddamn.
It's fucking good, isn't it?
Goddamn. That's genuinely like
I've
that.
only smelled it.
That's that high quality shit.
Mhm. You don't mix that with anything.
You don't
drink
need
that.
to. You don't
That,
need
that there's no burn.
What the fuck?
It's Eagle Rare.
Let's see this shit.
There's no
How much does
burn.
this cost you?
That's $100.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
If you can find it for that cheap, it's $100.
Holy fuck shit.
Probably if you can find it, period.
That's the problem.
Let me put it back here in the back.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
So, the Star Spangled Banner Protection Act. Professional sports teams with state funding are required to play the national anthem before games.
Nah,
Better, Susie.
I'm pissing during that anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm jacking.
You legally have to hold it until the song's over.
this is a law. This is a law that goes into effect. Pre-kindergarten
most Texas
classes
shit ever.
can only be capped at 22 students.
Only
Wait,
22.
say that again.
Not 23. That's Jordan's year. They know they'd be the best. No, I'm sorry. I'm so childish.
Pre-kindergarten classes are now capped at 22.
Pre-kindergarten. So
Yeah.
just preschoolers.
Yeah.
Like, don't need to go really.
Let's see. Shielding companies from car crash liability. If you drive for Uber, Lyft, or whatever, it means the driver's responsible, not the
Company.
company. Active shooter alert.
Oh, boy.
We
Well-
can now get alarms on our phones.
You know that's super stupid.
Yeah, because you're
That
going to
if
have
you're in the
every...
area,
Holy
if you're in
shit.
the if you're in the vicinity of an active shooter, it'll let you know on your
You
phone.
know the crazy thing is, when you hear that shit, America, we didn't win the gold medal in shooting, but we would have won it easily if it was in the school.
We actually did win the gold medals.
We
but
did
that's
not
good.
win that shit, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Don't fuck up my joke.
The meme was the way you're supposed to say it is America won gold medals
But
in
there's
all
a
the
meme?
shooting events,
Is this a meme?
and
So I'm
China and
late.
Russia are just sitting back going,
So I'm late as fuck. I didn't know. I thought I was smart.
Yeah.
Never mind. Keep going.
police body cameras.
They're taking them off.
Yeah.
Nope. They have to keep body cameras on during the entirety of an active investigation.
It's still gonna be the same
Is that
shit.
including pullovers?
It's a law named after Botham Jean, who was fatally shot in his apartment while eating ice cream by a Dallas police officer.
Speaking of ice cream, can you pass
Which
the ice cream?
doesn't
No,
make
fuck it.
sense. Which doesn't make sense because he was shot by someone that was off duty. She didn't have a camera on her.
Well, she shouldn't have been in the fucking. What the fuck are you
No.
doing off duty? Like, look, man, I don't care if you're a cop. When I'm off duty, I'm off duty. I
She
can't
was
help
guilty as
you. I
fuck.
can't help you, motherfuckers. I can't see you, bitches.
So now here's something on there: punishing cities who cut police budgets.
Who cut police budgets? Isn't that up to the city to say where the money goes?
Well, if the city says that, then you're punished. You're financially punished by the state.
Bitches?
Felony punishment for blocking emergency vehicles. And this has to do with the Black Lives Matter protest when they were blocking emergency vehicles from getting down roads or whatever. The protest.
I'll tell the story about that soon after this is over. When I was in Seattle, because they took over the blocks in Seattle. I was there. I was at Ground Zero.
That's fucking crazy.
There were no police officers at all. They didn't want to come. And it was orderly.
It was funny.
The people took all those gay people up there in Seattle, because I was in the gay district. That's where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
They took over it to the point where the cop said,
"There's something you want to tell us."
I'm not a homosexual.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought that's what.
Now,
I thought you were telling us about this scene.
Oh, sure, I do. I thought we were talking about the tranny thing that happened 2 weeks ago.
Whoa!
I'm fucking. You son of a
At the
bitch.
chat room?
You're talking about plug-in?
No, not the chat. I don't know if I'm not banned from the chat.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not exactly
And welcome.
like no, I don't think I'm banned.
Don't think.
But I'm just not, because I said this about Magnolia. I have an issue with Magnolia. My issue with Magnolia is this. There's a bunch of people that stand at a bunch of platforms and platitudes. They're all about wokeness, all about bullshit.
Yes.
But yet we know there are predators, and I won't call them out here, though, and we know their names.
No,
and
I know
we know
their
what they've
names.
done. We have proof, right?
And they keep giving
And we
them
say-
shows all over the Fort Worth.
over and over again, and yet they won't say anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck that.
How does this guy get
But yet
away
you'll
with this shit?
But you'll cancel a random motherfucking dude with no evidence.
hold
But
on.
we got dudes to evidence. I don't like that. 'cause
Let me
here's-
climb up on my
here's-
soapbox.
Here's my issue. I'm old school. I don't believe you don't attack people or do anything wrong with them. But there's some stuff at some point you kind of have to be like, I might have to slide this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I might have to hit him, right? There's motherfuckers on Magnolia that do fucked up shit. They touch women. They have assaulted women. You can bring up certain people's names and be like, yeah, I know this chick. Yeah, that's my friend. That happened to me. And they're all calm about it. It's like, no, that's the problem. You let these motherfuckers
I
do
hate
that
finding
shit.
shit like that
So
because
guess what we're
nobody
gonna
told
do?
me.
This is what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. When I see him, we're either gonna have a problem, or at the very least, I'm telling you that don't talk to me.
He's teeny
Leave me
tiny.
alone.
You're gonna kill him.
It's not just him. There's
Oh.
other people.
Okay.
They just both happen to be tiny. That might be why they're doing it. But it's just like I just can't stand the fakeness. Because we know these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
So
no, we
someone
do.
slide these motherfuckers. Someone hit them in the face.
Oh, there's people I've known for years, and I hear from someone else. I'm
No.
just like, oh, well, all
No.
the people
No,
I
no,
know
no,
that
no,
know
no.
that guy never told me shit.
Here's what
Anyway.
pisses me off is that these guys get to do whatever the fuck they want down there
It's crazy.
on the south side of Fort Worth.
It's
Do whatever
fucking
the fuck they
crazy.
want. But then I get bullshit for just coming on here and running my mouth
And
on a
bullshit.
fucking internet show.
You're fucking around.
People
On
say
internet
I got
radio.
a bad attitude
It's
when I
not
bitch
real.
about people not coming to my comedy show.
I'm not
It's
down
not
there.
real.
I'm
It's
not
not
down
a
there
predator.
shoving
Their
my
complaints
hands
aren't
down
real.
girls' dresses.
No,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about him.
No,
Okay.
no, but that's what I'm
Do
saying.
you want me to say his name? I'll say his name.
No, we're not.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay. But no, there was another issue with another guy who was a predator, who I saw do this shit. And I know what you're thinking. Well,
No,
why
no,
don't you
no.
do
We
anything?
talked about that.
Because I thought that they were together, and it wasn't until afterwards I found out, no, that chick that was looking at me, she was like, help me.
Help me.
And I didn't know because I
No.
thought that the motherfuckers, they were cool. And I ended up knowing and working with the dude that it was happening to,
See,
right?
nobody
And so
told you
I
shit.
told him I openly told him, I'm like, look, man, I ain't got no problem with you. I don't own this establishment. But I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. Leave me out of your bullshit. And I left it at that. I didn't curse him. I didn't threaten him or anything of that nature. So the next thing, for 3 months, I'm not bullshitting you. While I'm working on this record for 3 months, every time I see him, he's saying this little sly shit, this motherfucker, I didn't say a word. Nothing at all. I was just going to get my drink. And then finally, I was hanging with motherfucker. He walks up. He hugs the other guy. I'm just standing there. Cool, whatever. Ain't got no problem. The motherfucker starts talking shit to me.
To your face?
I'm dead right in front of me. I'm not bullshitting. I'm like, what am I? This is exactly what I said. What am I supposed to do with you? I haven't said anything to you. I'm not being aggressive. I don't want no problems. But I can't let you just like harass me after what you did, because you know you don't belong in here. But the person who lets you back in here is so non-confrontational that he'll let you be here. But me, I am confrontational. I will do something to you. So I actually picked him up. I picked him up and I took him out. And we're not talking about the person. We're talking about a different guy.
No,
I picked him
know.
up, and I'm carrying him, right? And the motherfucker planting his feet, he's like 100-something pounds. I don't look it, but I'm like 280 pounds, like legitimately. I weigh myself all the time. So I picked him up. He plants his feet, and he falls over, right? And somebody grabbed me from behind and stopped me. And they were like, what are you doing? Some random guy I never seen. They didn't know who I was, but I didn't know who he was. And he went up and he walked on. And I said, the bartender came out and he gave me that look like, I need to throw you out, but I don't want to throw you out because they like me. I tip well. I treat everyone fine. Never a problem. So I just go, don't worry about it. I'll leave. I've already tapped out and I left. That's the last time I've been there. But and then other people like, you can come back. No one's mad at you. We just thought it was funny. And it's like, that's not the point. The fact is that motherfucker's in there and you know that he's a predator and you let that motherfucker in there. That's my problem.
That is exactly my problem is that these people, there's a few of them.
There's a few?
There's
like
a few
50%.
that are allowed to go in. This is an area that is so quote unquote woke and is so, we're against all this, but you're letting predators just roll up in there and do and be cool with you and hang out because
we have hung up. I mean,
look at our rainbow flags.
Yeah,
we're woke.
There is some.
There's
some shady
anyone
fucking
we
shit.
don't care, Susie.
Yeah, I'll say his name. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I want to say his name,
but it's just that's
stupid.
the bullshit I don't get. That's the bullshit I don't
there's
like.
There's a bunch of them, by the way.
It's funny how much
I've
we're
done
talking about
cocaine
Matt
with half of
Stubbs
these
when he's not
motherfuckers.
here.
I know who it is. I've done drugs and drank. And we probably all banged the same chicks. That's another issue on that block.
Jeez.
So it's just like
we're all Eskimo brothers.
Holy crap!
I know these motherfuckers. Like I know who it is, but why won't anyone say anything? Why won't the establishment?
I don't understand
have power?
that.
It's
because
what it ends up
woke.
looking, I don't feel bad
being
about
a
it.
Massive pussy.
That seems correct.
I think you're
And
right.
not
No, and I think
having
there's
that
a
kind of-
lot. There's a lot of not only smoke screen thrown up by these people. They throw up their own smoke screen to where they try to hide everything that happens, or they try to blame it on something else, or like I have a problem or I have an issue. Like I'm an alcoholic and this is just the way I am
That's
when
like
I'm drunk.
90% of them.
Or when I do cocaine, this is what happens to me. Whatever.
That's like 90% of them.
Okay, whatever. But there's also this mystique of they're like the cool,
but they're
elitist of Fort Worth, and they're not. They're nobodies.
We're all poor.
If you don't
They're
leave
nothing.
that
What are you talking
3-block
about?
radius, they're cool. But when you do and actually have a life, you're like,
or go to Dallas
these people
or
ain't
anywhere
shit.
else.
When you leave Magnolia, those people are fucking unknown,
and
and
that's
who
the
gives
problem.
a fuck about them?
And
I'm
an
seeing them
unknown
at
too.
Hyenas, which is less than a mile away. So,
No, I'm
which
just
I
saying,
would
like,
love
I'm a nobody
anyone
too.
to come to Hyenas on Thursday to come see me, Ben Creed, and Tony Casillas at a 3 for $25.
There you go.
Done. I don't give a
Another
shit.
plug.
I don't
So
care
I don't
anymore.
know. So I never got banned, right? And if I got banned, I would totally understand it. 'Cause I didn't mean to cause a scene, but
But it's not fair that you get banned.
it
but
doesn't
a
matter.
fucking
It doesn't matter.
uh,
I will respect the space. I respect the family that owns it. So if they told me, no one's told me that, but if they told me, don't come back, get the fuck out, understood.
But it's
I'm fine
not
with that.
fair that a guy that just runs around finger banging people in public without them
Consent.
wanting
Yeah.
consent
Yeah.
is fucking just allowed to run rampant through a bar in an area that's supposed to be woke.
Right. We got all these big motherfuckers, and I'm calling out all the dudes. Like, I'm not a big motherfucker, but I see all these big motherfuckers, like, all these tattoos and shit, and they just let people get away with shit. No. At some point, now you don't just randomly attack people, but you be like, hey, motherfucker, you need to leave, or you warn people. At some point, if that continues, you got to slide them one. Because if I'm messing with your wife like that, and she's looking at you, what you going to do? You going to slide me? Of course you would. You would hit me. Why not? That's what I'm talking about. Like, at some point, you got to be like, at some point, you just got to be like, no, you don't get to just treat anybody however. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue. But yet they'll stay on these platforms. They'll attack you for your comedy, me for my raps or my TikToks, you for this show, right?
Yeah.
And they'll just talk crazy. I'm just like, but you
Jesse for being on the show.
you
know, just
motherfuckers, like,
being
this is such
adjacent.
an issue.
Yeah.
But yet you'll
Guilty by
You'll
association.
see
Exactly.
motherfuckers
I wanna
that
make you
we
feel
know.
included.
That's my luck.
We'll see motherfuckers that we know is like, you deserve to get your ass kicked. But no one will do anything. And I find that crazy.
Well, here's the
It
problem.
just
Like,
blows my mind.
I would do it, but I've chosen to stay away from these people.
You should, because you're a gun carrying motherfucker, and you will blow someone's head off. I think about that too. It's like, let's leave it, because
Yeah,
it could escalate.
I don't feel like spending time.
Also,
in
you're
And
a
I'm
husband
willing.
with
And I'm
the-
willing.
You
It's-
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
willing to.
family, things these
That's
people
what you're
don't
thinking.
have. So,
Yeah,
and, a career.
and then I don't know.
And the chat is silent as fuck right now.
Nah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Susie, James, Laura, and Matt.
Well, here's the other thing: is like I don't
Chat
know
superstar.
how, like,
She's right about Ryder Strong. Sorry, Laura. I just saw that part.
That's more porn friendly
Yeah.
name. Yeah,
That is a good one. Yeah,
that's a good porn name.
Ride her strong. Hey,
Yeah,
like I would love to call them
Okay.
out in here.
it's not. Don't.
but
do
it wouldn't
it.
do anything.
It's not gonna change.
I don't know if
anything.
it'd do anything, and I don't know.
Off the
then-
air, please give me this
would
list
there
because
be,
Oh,
like,
I'll
legal-
tell you who
it might
it
be
is.
people I know, and that's
It is.
You know.
my
It is.
MO is to keep out of drama
Matt
and not
Stubbs.
know.
It's not Matt. We're joking. It's really not.
I'm
Matt.
just so
Not bad.
Jiu-jitsu
untapped
roller
in
motherfucker.
to seeing bullshit that I just don't know. And I hate hearing, I'm like, oh, I talked to that guy the other week. I didn't know that about him because nobody told me anything until this person did.
Well, no, and I've been in that. I've been in that
and I
shoes
hate that
too.
shit because I'm just
I've
like,
been in that shoes where
then
I've
I
been
might
talking
look
to someone.
bad for being this guy that's friendly to someone
Mm-hmm.
who's a piece of shit. And I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's hard to be friendly.
Because
With
I don't
somebody
go anywhere
That's
after
my relationship
hours.
with Jesse.
Yeah, look at
It's
that.
like I'm friends with him,
It's
and
just-
then I find out he's a piece of
But
shit.
It's
also,
very
I don't.
awkward.
I see all these people that we're mentioning without I see them at bars. I see them if they come to a show, or I'm out working doing my cigarette coupon thing. I don't go to personal residences where there are less eyes and shit can go down. I don't hang, and also I don't fuck any of these people because I have a girlfriend. So I'm just not
So
involved.
we're not Eskimo brothers.
No,
Damn it.
That you know of. That is.
I wouldn't think so.
Deflated
no.
the balloon.
Unless it wouldn't be a thing. What's funny is the singer of never mind.
We can start drawing yarn maps.
Nobody
up
in
there.
here, no.
just connecting on the pictures.
I've been with my girlfriend before I even knew what Magnolia was. Anyways,
So I've been in your same shoes. A night at mass.
you were 13.
Yes,
Okay.
It was a night at mass that a good friend of mine got harassed by someone, and then we started talking about this list of people. She's
Okay.
like, "Oh, you know, there's people you know," and she started going down the list, and I was
Then
like,
why didn't you say
"Holy
some shit?
fuck!" I was like, "Really? Like, really?" We're going down this list, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And she's just like, "Yeah. It's all
This
these
person,
people.
this
I've been
person."
harassed by these people through here. I have been touched inappropriately. I have
There
been
it is. That's
rubbed
the-
inappropriately.
That's it.
I have been like they've attempted to kiss me. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Holy shit, really?"
That's
And then
the
you
thing.
start finding out more and more. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just,
I've rarely been. I haven't spent a lot of time with the chicks on the block because of shit like that. Because I don't know what to do. It's like I can't flirt with you. I have to ask. It's like, can we hold hands? Can I kiss you? Can we hug? Because there's so many motherfuckers.
You're almost saying the Patrice bit. Dude, not really what you're saying,
Just
but
like,
I
oh.
hear Patrice in my head saying, "Let me harass you." That's just a Patrice
Yeah.
bit.
I know. Let me harass. Why can't I harass you?
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
like. We're at work.
you know,
Yeah.
I've
Y'all
given
know,
shit-
but you don't say nothing to the dudes, and the dudes are so fucking soft that they won't actually do anything.
I would.
I would. I clearly have
I'd
already
stab
done
a
it.
mother-fucker.
You know,
But
probably shoot a motherfucker,
Susie
you gun
in
toting
here
ass.
says, you know what she says here. They all know. I've talked about it and made fun of it in here,
So
but
why
there
can
is
these motherfuckers get in the bars?
no. There is a whole girl gang group.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple of them here in Fort Worth. There are groups on Facebook of all the girls that run around or out and about, and they know things. But
that
they all
group-
communicate.
hold on,
They
but-
all talk
but
to each
even
other.
Susie, in that group, how many of those people were actually? Were there any of them that were wrong? Were there, like, I'm asking a serious question.
Like they bring
general,
up false
like-
allegations against someone.
I'm not just saying false allegations. Did they misinterpret anything? Like, come on, how?
Where do you draw that line?
Well, there's a
where
hold
do we-
on.
That's the whole thing.
Hold
As
on.
a dude, like that's why I'm telling you, I don't flirt with chicks anymore.
Hold
I
on,
stopped
hold
at high
on,
school
hold on,
'cause
hold
I
on,
was like,
hold
I
on.
leave bitches alone.
There's a difference though between flirting and playing around with someone verbally and shoving your hand down their pants
Clearly.
and just shoving a digit
You must
inside
be
of them.
talking about that guy who has a last name of a physical body part that we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. We'll talk about. You're gonna love this when we talk about this. Because the motherfucker still works, but he works.
I
in
don't know.
7th
I don't know
Street
a
in Dallas.
I don't know a Dan Boner. Like, what are we talking?
No,
about?
no. You would know the
I know.
motherfucker.
Okay.
And the crazy thing,
Cardiovascular system.
he's the tiniest
Okay.
motherfucker on the
Oh,
block,
no.
and no
That's
one's
the
hit
one
him yet.
person that I know who you're talking about. I want to know these other people. So I've heard about this guy.
But he still does shit.
Oh, I
Everybody's
know.
heard about it.
Literally saw his
but
name
it's
on a
A-okay.
flyer for Dallas.
A flyer?
For saying that
An
he's doing a
event.
show.
Doing a show.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think I meant?
Well, it's like just chicks posting shit. Look out for this dude.
Oh no!
Oh, no,
man,
no.
that would be amazing.
That'd be hysterical.
I would love to live in that world. Although that's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
because,
legal
but
ramifications, sure.
What
There's
if
a slippery slope because it could go that far, or you could be what we're talking about, and not enough people are saying enough.
What
and
if
not
I made a
holding
bunch of
people
flyers
accountable.
that said, if you've ever been assaulted by this person,
Oh my
call
God.
682-593-JJTM.
Oh my
Leave
god!
a message.
And you just do a
Hey,
call-in
and
And we
show.
just
All
put all
over.
posters down Magnolia.
And we'll
Just
get
fly
the
fuck out of it.
And we'll get like all the boys in the city that are willing to actually pull up to somebody's house or spot and be like, "We'll throw hands with you or do worse."
Yeah.
Like all the people, it's just like, "Oh, I got to."
Motherfucker.
Like, you're in
some
the middle
people
of a
know where
meeting,
you
it's like-
live.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna step outside. I'll be
Yes.
back in 30.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy showed up. All right, hold on.
I'll be back in 30.
Drag his ass.
I'll be a
in,
little
be like,
sweaty when
think
I
you
get
got some
back.
people to apologize to.
What's funny, the one guy we're talking about, I always thought was gay anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I
yeah.
always thought.
As
But he
little
was-
as I knew, when I heard people say that, part of me, I didn't say it vocally, but I'm just like, him?
Like,
all the time.
him saying that in that way, the Arrested Development way, of just be like, him? Because
how the fuck is he
again,
getting to finger bang everybody?
Well, he probably
He's not getting. He's
he
taking.
probably doesn't. He probably doesn't even have a type, and just we've only heard about it from women. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, but that's my issue. I'm sorry. We ended up on a very dark note. But no, that's why, to answer your long-winded way of saying, that's why I'm not banned from chat. I'm not banned from any bar, but I'm avoiding it. And I'm
I don't know
avoiding.
if I even asked you if you were banned from chat.
I'm
I don't know how we got down this path.
We did. I'm avoiding it because of this. Those same people are allowed in those spots, and when I see them, it makes
No,
my
that
blood
bothers me.
boil.
It-
And
it
every
does
time I
me
see
too.
them, it's like I want to do something, but I'm not gonna, because you know what? Then I look like the crazy motherfucker that just comes in and fucks shit up. So
I'm
No,
going to be
you're
honest
fine.
with you. I've tried to
You'd
be
be the
cool.
one to get to the serious level of trouble you wish he was in.
right, so I'll be like, no, I'll just not go. So I've been hanging out at Lola Saloon, and I bartended for the first time in my life at Lola Saloon,
Really?
and I DJ'd for the first time in my life.
Well, if
at
you
Lola
weren't
Saloon.
fucking flying out of town, I would tell you to come this Saturday.
I'm going with Sam Anderson. We're gonna both be gone.
Oh,
It's
What are
a
you doing?
problem.
What are you doing with Sam?
I'll tell you after this shit goes
All
on.
right.
Sweet.
But anyway, Saturday, I was going to throw this out there. I'm going to do this in reverse now as we end the show. Saturday, our buddies, the Methinks, are playing a show with the Beaumonts. Saturday night, you
Hey,
should come out and see
you
a
got,
show.
You got to Justin Trudeau that the she thinks. Heyo. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
okay.
You know
The
what
she-
I'm talking
I know what
about,
you're talking about.
Oh shit.
But our
He
good
said
buddies,
she
the Methinks,
session and just okay. Anyways,
and
that
I
whiskey's
know
good.
you'll know people there, so you need to come out.
Yeah, I already have pretty direct ties to movie things.
Everybody there. So Saturday's the Methinks with the Beaumonts at Lola's. It's gonna
God
be awesome.
damn it, I'm working, and I love the Beaumonts, man. Troy,
They're
and-
freaking
Troy
great.
and the boys.
They're
I
so
have
awesome.
One or two of their phone numbers. Yeah, it's not like we text. It
Way to
was
brag.
for- yeah,
Way to brag, badge.
we had to
Yeah.
talk. We had to talk late one night about lodging. But anyways,
Find you a sitter.
fuck Beaumonts.
Bring the woman. Come out to the trailer park. Lola's. Fingers crossed. So,
If y'all are there late, I will come by there after work.
don't threaten us with a good time.
If I can see what my schedule is. Then.
Okay.
Friday night,
Anyways.
if you're bored, head over to Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. You can see Phil and Somalo and the Illegals.
The
In
Illegals.
Somalo?
And they're playing
Vulgar
Vulgar
Display
Display,
of Power.
of Power, front to back.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm trying to get into that so I can shoot it.
You've got the creds.
Hopefully, but COVID's erased everything. Because the other thing I'm trying
Yeah.
to get into is tomorrow night at the AAC is Guns N' Roses.
Hmm.
And I want to go.
Hmm.
And I
Like
want
the
to shoot
Guns
it.
N' Roses.
Yes.
You
Come
know, I ain't
on.
gonna lie. I fuck with Guns N' Roses.
Some Guns N' Roses are good.
But
huh?
welcome to Jungle League of Jihad.
Yeah. It'll get you hyped.
What
It'll
are,
get you
what are
going.
the rock songs that make you want to kill a motherfucker? Because I know the rap songs. Enough
Kill?
if you buck. Like the songs that
that make me
so
go
hyped
insane?
that you're just like,
Rock and metal.
if it doesn't matter. If we fight right now, I'm fine with it because this song has got me so hyped that we can just chunk them hands.
Man,
All right.
that's a long list.
I'll do this right now.
Oh fuck!
You ready for this?
Did you Google songs that make me want to fight?
No, there are songs. We're going long.
We've already been long. We started at when? This is the 2.5 hours. No one's watching this. No one's commenting. We're done. Over.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this will come up. Let's see. No, it's not coming up. Damn it. Songs that make me want to kill someone.
Yeah, I knew it.
Helter Skelter.
I know the rap songs. Nuck If You Buck. You know, Nuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. You remember that one? A bunch of shit by Lil Jon. Throw your
Anything
hood up.
off the Predator.
Not making killing a good time.
Anything off the Predator will make me go kill someone.
Yeah.
Will make me want to go kill
Like if
someone.
you if like I know it sounds so fucked up, but it's like you gotta commit a murder. It's like Lil Jon and Nuck If You Buck's a good one to pick.
That's a good one to pick.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good one to pick.
This one is the ultimate I'm going to kill someone song.
Oh shit.
Oh. Yeah.
This, I will murder someone too.
Brian.
Yes, right? Come on.
Serving the faith.
Beckon the call. Beckon the call.
Here and I wait for your friends.
And then, shit.
There are some songs that inspire that
Oh,
dark energy.
Oh no!
You know what
that
we call
song's
it?
called "By Demons Be Driven."
Yes.
Yeah, the
So,
song is by Demons Be Driven.
For a second, I forgot the song title. But
Let's see if you know this
there
one.
you go.
We call it Black Mirror.
This one.
No, it's Lamb of God. I just don't know.
This will make me want to kill someone.
You mean Woke Pantera?
That is kind of weird. Though.
I
They
love
kinda look the
Lamb
same way.
of God, but they are Woke Pantera.
No Macedon will make me want to kill someone. It's got to be heavy as
Maybe
fuck.
Workhorse.
No, but I did.
The song Workhorse, which was like pre-remission, has the
Early
sweetest
stuff.
fucking riffs. It's just really
I mean, I was listening to literally the last song I listened to before I pulled into your driveway was Angel of Death. Yeah,
Angel of Death will do
a
it.
little scream at the
that would be
beginning.
a very messy murder because it's so fast and
You've
like,
got to make sure the walls are covered with plastic.
Yeah.
when you
it's
do
so
that one.
fast and messy, which is the way I describe Slayer. You know, because it's just fast and like disconjointed and like like Slayer's thrash, but it's not like thrash like Exodus. or
Ooh, the
Municipal
Doom
Waste because it's
soundtrack.
Like, fun,
Ooh.
you know,
But no,
thrash has a little bit of
but
fun
it
to
did
it.
come
Slayer's
before
not
it.
fun.
Which one? The recent
No.
Doom soundtrack or like the old one? Like the recent one is like ridiculous. Like it's just straight.
The Doom soundtrack. See, that's my wife. See, I
No,
love my
that's your wife, but
Yeah.
like your wife is on
No.
point because
Yeah.
Doom gets you hype.
But who did that soundtrack?
What
It was just like
the
a
crust
bunch of
punk
random-
band
like
Doom?
It wasn't like a
was
single
it
piece,
instrumental thing, or was it a bunch
Throw
of
on some-
songs?
instrumental thing.
You'll.
That's a slow kill song.
Anything converge. Anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anything converge.
Especially slow converge.
Slow converge. That's bluesy like that.
Mm.
I'll do that.
You
what
know who
else
I give
cool?
massive props for? If you murder somebody slow and deliberate, to a Death Cab for Cutie song. Especially
Or
if it's transatlanticism. I
Um,
need you so much closer. And then you're like pulling out insides. I don't like thinking this way. I'm not this kind of guy.
But
So,
it's fun.
it is, but that's
You
because
know-
that whiskey's really good. And I barely had any.
I'll show you the ultimate killing
Okay.
song. Like you've got the body just right in front of you and you're just ready to rip into it.
Okay.
Like Sleeping Pills body.
It's right here.
Oh yeah, that's
I
pure
mean, that's
psycho
a chopping beat
murderer.
right there.
What they need to do is remake American Psycho, but instead of being Huey Lewis or Phil Collins obsessed, or he was obsessed with everything, but make it like do like a reimagining American Psycho, but he's just total Andrew WK.
And he's smiling the whole time.
Or his new song, this Babylon.
I haven't seen that.
Kill someone
Nah,
with
I've heard that.
Dude, Go listen to Andrew
Look,
WK Babylon.
that
It's
recent Doom
fucking
soundtrack.
fantastic.
I believe it.
It's so awesome.
I have seen him
I'm
live
sure
one
she will
time.
tell
That
me
was
about it
really
later.
good.
Oh,
Okay,
she's
hold
gonna
on.
show it to you later because
Yeah.
she's a smart lady.
Hold on. This riff right here, I wish I'd written it so bad.
This is Andrew WK?
Yeah, this is off the Babylon. Right here. Ready?
Sounds like an opera on the guitar.
It sounds like some Mastodon shit.
Yeah,
That dude is
That's
that dude is
so
that dude is
fucking
force
incredible.
of nature. He's amazing.
Well, that's all written on keyboard. He's just going doo doo doo
Oh.
doo 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 doo,
Yeah,
and then the
it
guitars
sounds
follow
like
it.
an
but,
opera.
dude, that new song, that's what I'd kill someone to.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
All right. Well,
you
I
be-
started
you be
some
making
dark
sure-
ass shit. Well, I gotta get across town here in a little bit.
what do you got left to do before you catch a plane?
I gotta go to Dallas and do something.
And then you're catching a plane?
I gotta,
Are you going to sleep at all? You're not. You're
I
going to sleep on a
wish-
plane.
In my life, I could get away with so many vague statements. like this.
I'll tell you all the true
And-
statements after this is over.
Okay,
What
is
time's the flight?
It's 9,
In the
15.
morning?
You're
That's
good.
not bad.
You're not
It's
sleeping
not like
tonight.
it's not a red
You're
eye.
not sleeping
No, I'm
tonight.
sleeping because I'm going to California. It's only a 3-hour flight.
3.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I always sleep on planes.
You flying in Lax?
Man, I can't sleep on a
Alaska?
plane.
I'm flying to Alaska.
I can't.
No, but are you flying
Oh,
to
LAX, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm flying to Alaska. I won't fly Southwest anymore because I paid for VIP one time in like business class VIP.
All you got was a curtain and an extra
never
bag
went
of
back?
peanuts.
No, I didn't. Southwest fucking sucks dick. I got to get on plane first. I got a little bit more leg room, and I got some extra drinks.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but no, I flew Air Canada to Japan. The greatest flight experience I've ever seen. And I was in coach. I couldn't imagine the motherfuckers
Oh.
to fly first class
Hey,
So
or
I
business.
got
Nah, man.
the best coach flight is a Qantas flight. Qantas from LA to Australia. Like you were
I'll
treated like
joust ya.
royally. Like in the morning when the sun comes up and it's not even like the right time, they just time it right. They literally walk around with trays of hot rags and they give them to you. And then what do you want? What can I
Did
get
they
you to
give
drink?
you a hand job?
Well,
that's my plane.
Let me
No,
see what-
no,
let me see
that's
what-
the
put
rat
rag on
planes.
your face,
The rat
and
planes with
they
the
have the
hose
male stewardess.
Oh
come
yeah,
out
you know.
and jack you off.
Yeah, with
And so
smaller
you're just
hands.
like, it doesn't matter.
I don't want to
comfortable.
pull out my big dick, but Emirates.
No, I know you're going to say that. I
Emirates
knew
to
it.
Dubai.
I knew
That
it.
flight, that plane, and we were in.
Yeah, it's got to be nice because you're flying to
Amazing.
fucking Dubai. If it's not nice, the plane's going to crash because you're going to mutiny
That first
for the
class.
conditions, for the horrible conditions that they might have you in.
Yeah, they're not going to let us.
How many hours was that?
plane fly to
I'm
Emirates?
assuming there might have been a stop along the
It's
way.
no, it's straight.
Yeah,
From
DFW to Dubai.
straight.
Dubai.
Yeah,
Serious?
it was
United-
15 and a half hours.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
And then coming
I
back,
will-
it's 17 and a half. But
'cause
flying to
I think
Australia is the
you're
furthest.
3.5 from here to fucking Alaska, and you're 15. They need to make that nice so you don't murder the pilot from.
How the fuck did you go
Boredom.
3.5 hours from here to?
L.A.
No, I thought he said Australia.
No,
No,
it's
he's
3.5
Alaska.
from here to there. But then from L.A. to, it was either we flew straight to Melbourne or we hopped off in
Australia.
Christchurch and then hopped over.
So my flight leaving here goes straight north. You would think it goes east, but it doesn't. It goes straight north.
Because the Earth is flat. No.
Yeah, because the Earth is.
Oh, God.
This is proof that the Earth is not flat. You go up over the North Pole and you come back down into Europe,
Into Russia.
over the
Enemy
whole
territory.
Eastern Bloc, and then as you're watching your little flight screen, because on Emirates flights, not only do you have in business class, not only do you have a big screen in front of you showing where you are the whole time, you also have your little screen so you can watch your movies and see where you are at the same time.
That's
You
not-
gotta change them.
Yeah, we've talked about it many times.
But it's-
yes, dear.
You're gonna
Don't-
get bit by something.
Don't go right now. But as you come down, or as we're coming down, we flew over Iran. They just shut all the screens down. I don't know if that's a security issue or whatever, but we flew over Iran to come
extra
into
power
the,
for evasive
into
maneuvers.
Dubai.
Yeah, right.
Or they needed
It's like,
to
what
send,
was that
send
saving?
out the what are those things?
I don't
called?
know. I don't know what that was.
Oh,
No,
the
That
we're-
flares?
distract- the flares that distract
Yeah.
them.
We have a giant angel
Turn
behind
off the
us,
videos. We have to distract power to the flares.
like the C-130s. They're just shooting them out everywhere, and you have angel wings behind you. No, I don't know, but as we came over Iran, they shut all the
crazy.
screens off, and then as we got over
Because
the
all the
Persian
lights
Gulf,
in
They
the
know
plane
that
went
we're
off,
showing
so you
Dharma
can't
and
see.
Greg over Iran. They're gonna fucking shoot us down
oh, they don't serve alcohol while you're over Iran.
while you're
They
over
don't.
Iran.
They don't.
While you're on
Those
when you're
motherfuckers.
over Iranian
Any
airspace,
country thinking that they own the air thousands of feet up
they don't serve you alcohol.
can
Look,
go fuck themselves.
We know that.
You own the.
But it's
Now, here's
also
the
like
thing.
6 a.m.
You're
I
a
didn't
lucky.
feel like
We're
drinking.
lucky motherfuckers.
We
Guess
are.
what? We're gonna start owning space. So guess
Hell yeah.
what? There's gonna be countries be like, we own this fucking space in this black massive void. This belongs to China. This belongs to Japan. This belongs to America. Fuck you, motherfucker. We're in space. What the fuck are you
You
talking
own
about?
nothing. Space
What?
is
We're in
nothing.
fucking space.
They call it space for a reason. It's fucking space.
I'm not gonna do it in my lifetime, even though it's gonna be available. I'm never gonna
I'm
like
gonna go
travel commercially in space,
Go
probably.
check out the
But
zero
if I
gravity.
did have kids, especially my grandkids, they're gonna be able to take vacations to the moon. They're gonna be able to do that type of shit. I'm not doing that shit. But like, that's so weird to me.
But
That
the moon's boring after like 20 minutes.
how the-
Yeah. How
the-
gray? How much gray can you
It's
possibly
gonna be like
take?
Futurama.
How
And be
the
like,
fuck
can we
you
get a
own
theme park in
random
here? Maybe
space
some
of
clouds.
air?
Paint
How
some
can
clouds
you
on
own
the
a
wall.
random space of air?
You
This
can't
belongs to
tell me
Iran.
the
Suck
moon is
dick.
going to be boring after 20 minutes.
We're gonna do backflips on the moon.
If you're just fucking with the gravity and you have like a black backdrop, you know, maybe the stars are there, maybe not. Depends on what space really is. But if you're just bouncing like on a a trampoline that's not there,
I would have
Yeah.
so much fun on the
It's a
moon that it would
gray
last
ball.
at least 30 minutes.
It's a gray ball.
An hour.
no, I think after
too.
a while, because think of the suit you're wearing. That's probably very uncomfortable, and you're probably
Yeah,
you can't
heavy.
you can't experience the moon in your body right now. Like we can go outside and jump in the 6th gravity that we have. No, you have to be in that fucking shit. Your oxygen will be timed. I'm not giving you fucking 30, 50, 80 years in the future technology. No, right fucking now or when we're there.
We're going to have more technology than when we were there last
You're
time.
still gonna be
if we were
bouncing
really there.
around like Armstrong and those fucking Kubrick videos, and make it through.
The whiskey
I'm trying
is
to
taking
slip it in.
fully effect of
I'm just
everyone.
trying to
All right,
slip
let's
it
just
in.
wrap this
Shit's
up. Let's
hilarious to me.
motherfucker right here.
Well, boys, it's been fun.
It has.
It's been great.
Sure.
This has been one of the best
I have
shows.
nothing.
This has been the least offensive show I've been on. So we've had some.
I don't know. We've called out some people. Not really.
Not really. They don't know their names. They don't know.
All right. So you have something to promote, which
All right,
is this
go ahead.
Thursday.
Hyenas
Your
Fort
show.
Worth this Thursday, 325 show with me, Tony Casillas.
Day
and Ben
25.
Creed. It is free if you make a reservation. It's 3
Oh.
professional comedians doing 25 minutes each.
Oh, church.
There will be a host. I don't
I've
know who that
done
is
2 of these,
They don't
and
put
they're
them
fun.
on their flyer. But no, yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, these shows are great. I love it.
Tony
The 25-minute
Casillas
shows are great.
he's coming up from Austin. He just moved to Austin. He's one of the best
Tony's
things
freaking
DFW
awesome.
was put out. He opens up for motherfuckers all over the place. He's he features now, and Ben Creed's just been a long time fucking destroyer of hyenas. He lives here, but he fucking headlines all over the place. Just been he's fucking
He's a constant tour.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a club favorite. He's great. I've never been on a show with Ben, so this is really cool for me. Hopefully I stick around and watch a set. Because it's like, I'm on a show with this guy, and you're just kind of like, all right, I'm not up yet. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Or I'm going to get distracted and talk to this guy. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It's actually going to be a really, I want to see Tony. Now that he's not here, I want to see him. He's a really good dude. There's a few comics that literally start doing comedy, and their trajectory just keeps going up at like a 45
There's not a lot, though.
degree angle, because there's so few people that are like level-headed enough, but crazy enough to do stand-up comedy, but level-headed enough to keep on the right track of a about 45 degree angle with 10 degree difference here and there. But that's what Tony's done. Same with Ralph Barbosa. Those are the 2 people immediately off my head. That DFW. We can produce some fucking really good, solid comics.
Now Tony didn't move down there with this whole hopes of
No,
now
'cause
that
he
Rogan's
started
down there
getting-
and he's about to build the mecca of all
But
comedy.
Tony
things.
is also tapped into this new element that's moved into Austin. And he gets a lot of fucking spaces. There's a lot of great Austin comics, but they've been very sequestered in their own very indie Austin hub for a long time. But there's this new Austin and new Austin money that's opened up all these new
But
spaces
They have spaces
that are like Rogan
besides that.
adjacent. You know, people that know Rogan, and it's like no one's talking about like it's not like they're doing his club's not even open yet, but
When his club's open, that's going to be the mecca, though.
it is. But
Rogan?
I also hear it's
Absolutely.
from a friend who lives in Austin. It's like his club. He bought some old theater, can't remember the name, but it's like 45 minutes outside of Austin.
Oh wow.
So
Perfect.
it's
Perfect.
people are gonna go there because they're probably gonna book comics that draw people, but it's not in that little fucking Austin
Hub.
I thought
Yeah.
he was buying 2 spaces.
All I know from what I heard is just the one. I thought he was
Okay.
going to buy Cap City, but no, Cap City closed. Said that they closed, but now they're reopening. You know, so Cap City.
And what's the
coming
other
back.
place that opened up down there?
There's the Vulcan Gas Company.
the
That's
Vulcan
another
Gas
one.
Company. That's it.
And Tony does spots there. And so Tony moved to Austin just because comedy is, expanding with all this new money, and in these comics that are moving there. Yeah, the Roganites of
The Vulcan Gas Company is cool because it's the middle of just fucking downtown.
that Sunset Strip, which I'm pretty sure is not Rogan's club. I don't think it's open yet, but like that's a new place. And Tony's just he's also opened like Tony will open up for Jeremy Piven, but also not get paid anywhere near what Piven makes, because Piven fucking banks on his comedy, which is kind of like Jeremy Piven wedging his ass into the comedy world is kind of like, dude, what the fuck are you doing here? People go see Jeremy Piven
But wait a
because they want
second, I
to see
thought he
Ari Gold.
I thought he started there and then went into acting.
Maybe, but nobody knows or remembers or gives a
No.
shit.
'cause
Judgment Night.
That's
No. I'm talking comedy, stand-up comedy.
No, before I remember him doing stand up before Judgment Night.
Oh yeah, but nobody remembers or gives a shit because it's not why. Then he got into movies, and then
Yeah.
Movie bounced around
Entourage.
Ellen, and then Ari Gold,
Yeah, he's on.
and now motherfuckers go see him do stand-up, quote unquote, to see Ari Gold do stand-up.
Well, it's like the people that used to go see Bob Saget
oh yeah.
when
But-
he was
And
doing
they
stand
didn't
up
know
and
he was
being
gonna
like,
But at
blast
least-
off with 4 letter words.
I say Bob Saget had a much more substantial stand-up career, which got him Full House.
but then all the people from Full House
But he was all
went to
but
watch him. His
he was-
crowds went triple after
but
Full House,
He
and
was
they were like,
still this dirty comic pre-Full House.
"No, yeah, that's true," but no one knew that. No one fucking knew that. No one remembers his stand up before Full House unless you watch
But-
old VHS tapes. But then
The funny thing, but
these mom and pop crews
I'll
go
give
out there
Bob
like
Saget
it's
a pass
it's the dad on Full House, and he's
because
talking about raping dead
people
people.
don't want to see Danny Tanner do stand-up. They want to see what they know is Bob Saget stand-up. People want to see Jeremy Piven play Ari Gold being a stand-up comic. But Jeremy Piven is probably more closely to Ari Gold, but also a piece of shit in real life
Yeah,
to where they want to see
which I thought he
Ari
got
Gold.
canceled. Was he doing
Not
stuff?
enough.
You can't fully cancel. Like I'm not afraid about cancel culture.
You literally have to be in jail
It's
to
like
be
look.
canceled.
If you don't give a fuck enough and you don't go to jail, you're good. Like as an artist, if you just keep
If you
making
just say you're sorry and then you can move on.
no,
Louis C.K.
yeah, Louis
Doing
C.K.
dates
That was
now.
the first one I
Fine.
thought of.
all you got to do is just put out good material, whatever genre you're doing, and just keep going. Not give a fuck.
No, you know who gets canceled or nobodies that some outraged asshole online makes a big stink about, like the fucking there was some like road crew guy or something like literally like a telephone pole guy, lineman for the county who thought they were doing a white supremacist
attack
thing or
linemen.
something. No, I'm saying the one got canceled
Linemen
because
indeed.
someone thought he was doing a white power sign, but he was just doing the okay thing. It was one of those. That's who gets canceled are nobodies because they are nobody, and then they get fired from their job, and they're less than a nobody.
You know what I see in
That's
Stop
who gets
6 all the
They're a
canceled.
time?
normal person.
Not
You know what I
celebrities
see
who
in
we
Stop
talked
6
about
all
right
the
now.
time? You know what I see in Stop 6 all the time when I'm working over there?
Huh.
A bunch of people
Black people.
that are not white talking to each other and doing this all the time.
That's some blood shit.
Well, they're
It's a
like-
gang sign thing.
It
We should have
has
been
nothing to
we're
do
on
with
we're
white
on gang
power.
stuff again.
Meaning
We
like,
should have
hey,
been
dude,
the
I'm in a
this.
gang and I'm doing okay. Is that
No,
what
but
that means?
I see them talking. They're like, yeah,
I'm
cool,
doing
man.
all right.
Yeah, cool, man.
Or they're talking about getting a hand job. Or
All
something.
right. What's going on over here?
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
All right.
Are we done?
Yes, I'm done.
Let's
All
listen
right.
to
Thank
Jim
Let's
you.
go
Jordan.
fly somewhere.
Yay,
Let's
flying.
get out of here. Bye.
Bye, you bastards.
Let's go.
I like abrupt
Let's go
endings
fly
like that.
Emirates.
Go fly
Bye, you
somewhere.
bastards.
I had a
I'm
See
gonna
you,
end this
Susie.
str- I'm
Say
gonna-
your daughter. Tell
I'm
your
gonna
daughter
end-
I said answer the fucking phone so
I'm
I
gonna-
can get her some money.
I'm gonna end the stream so that way you can talk and tell us.
Shout out to Matt. I got love for you, son.
Is it Emirates? It's Emirates.
Emirates Airlines.
So
yeah.
I had what I thought was a really funny.
All right.
Like,
All right, bye.
my
Bye.
favorite
Bye.
soccer team